Is guard good? I believe so. Must double check. Alright. Yes, we're good. We're golden. Let me just fix this IG post and then I'm actually gonna get to building. Bro, and I'm actually gonna break this damn phone. I promise, man. This is so fucking delicate, dude. Extremely delicate. Extreme. Let's go. Let's go over here. Alright. Yes, we're golden. I think we're just about golden. One more post and a deleted post. Please and thank you. Definitely gotta get better at this. Alright, promise you that. This is hilarious. Alright. On another note, well, I'll figure that out. It doesn't really matter, it's just me here, so let's switch over to the city. Alright, and this is what we got so far. This is. Yeah, this is a little much. A little much. I dead forgot all about fixing that block. I'm actually. Not too beef. Not too beef. Uh, like passive XP though. Give me that. Thank you. The balance is balancing. Oh, let's go. I see. I be knowing I be building these cities out some more times. Sometimes. Let's actually be smart about this because I'm usually not smart about these things. I'm still the only one watching, so I don't feel that bad. Let's go. Um, we need this link straight to the feed. Copies. Then off. Yo, it needs to be like a save post that I can just continue to. Yeah. It needs to be like a save post. I can do that. Let's see. And also we should be on Twitch. What if that did not work? Because I'm a scrub again. Let's see. Oh, wow. We are actually. Damn. Alright, I apologize. I do apologize. Let's go. Let's go. We are out here. Yes. So. Let me see. Video. I should take more time making sure this is all good. Is it gonna let me? This is why I actually don't use this damn platform Twitch, because, bro, this is actually difficult for me. It's hella archaic. Oh, hi, cute. Thank you. Alright, I'm trying to get the building, so I appreciate all the humans that are in right now. Thank you so much. Muchos gracias, and all of that in a bag of chips. Alright, back to what I was saying, because yeah, that was a lot of shenanigans. Anyhow, coming off this exit here, two water towers, we've been here from the beginning. Whatever, it's pretty chill. I actually don't mind doing this again, but I think it should be like right around here. But going forward, this is the first school that was ever built. Oh wait, where are the vibes? I need vibes. Yes, thank God. Alright. Yes, so basically this is the school. There's no water right now, which that means the game glitched out on me. Yeah, it is glitching. Damn, I didn't even peep that. I was so like fiend. Let me try this one more time. I'm not gonna lie, bro, as much as I love this game, bro, playing through the bugs, somebody was saying this on Reddit yesterday, it's kind of annoying. It's annoying, bro. Like, I do more of this and trying to go to certain things than I do anything else in the game. Now, yeah, right now I'm playing with like 161 mods, so I am ODing, and I think I'm gonna have to actually take that down. Like, I really think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to like take that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take off Matter to mod. All right, I think this should be alright. Let's see here. Alright, let me double check. Are we on? Yes, we are. Perfect. That is. It's like every time I sign in, I get a new one. Alright, we have water. Bet. So I think we're pretty good on this. Let's see here. Bro, why is it? Hold on. Is my banner just still showing? Dude, can I get this shit together? I don't think this is together at all. Let me see what's going on. Is this transition? Wow. Yo, I just want y'all to know I'm really a scrub at this. I do apologize. Alright. So basically, we have water now. This is the Volcaria map that's in the image. So this is the first time I tried the city with this particular highway exit. And it's cool. It was like extremely easy. I'm not really good at building these types of I'm not really good at building these types of interchanges. I don't drive, so like I be places, but not driving, I don't know how these actually work out. But basically coming off of this and then to this diamond interchange right here. Do we not have that asset? I guess that asset didn't load up. Interesting. Let me see. Did anything else not load up? Wow, a couple of stuff. Interesting. See, it be that city Skylines thing again. I be telling people. so this medical clinic has been here since the beginning. Before there was just trees in front of it, I added some housing. Going forward, this is the original school. To take up space, I did some commercial. I really don't know how I feel about this now. Is it a good site? A gas station in front of a school? Man. This is not a cinema. That's like a cinema for like 3 people. Alright. Let's see here. To add one more thing. That's not what I meant to do. So we got that post out there. Can I? I know who that is. That was cute. That was actually pretty fly. I guess you know what? When I edit this, I'm gonna edit this because I gotta edit the other joint. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna start from here again. It's still only me, so all right. So working on Vaporia. This whole area here, like you start from this area. I believe when I first started this, the 529 Thunderstorm mods just went out. And from there, I had did the 529 tiles, so I had access to almost everything. So basically, I still stuck with the city start, but I expanded in different ways, especially with the train yards here. In the picture, you guys are getting this. I believe you're getting this angle. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually like this angle a lot better than what the original start was for the city, which is right over here. And I think they did that for like resource purposes. Let me double check. We have no, and I played with some of the resources. I remember a lot of this was oil as well. Yeah, I kept the oil over there. I didn't really do anything to that section. But basically, let's see here. Yeah, so basically, they start you here. I just don't know, man. This area here is so dope, bro. So like, it'll be difficult because it is tricky terrain. Yeah, like where would I have started it? Like, would I have started it right here? And if I'm not mistaken, was this highway originally part of this map, or did I add? I think I either connected to the highway or this highway was already there. But if it is already here, I could start from this area. It'll be like a little mountain enclave. I can flatten out this. What are we looking at in terms of terrain? How do I do terrain? Oh, I could have just went here instead. Yes, so basically, it is a tad bit hilly. I do like the mountainscapes in the background though. Could flatten like right up to here, but keeping this plateau. Or this could be an extension, like a small community I don't know, man. It's several ways I'm looking at it. And basically, we'll start the city from this right here. And it can be bang, 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 bang. Flat. This can technically all be flattened out, honestly. So I could just flatten all of that out, and that really wouldn't be an issue. The end, I'll have to see wind direction as well. The wind direction are probably really affected. Let's see here. Let's check on wind real quick, because I really haven't. Damn, was I not really paying attention to this map? Air pollution. So the wind is going this way. This is pretty sick. Is this like flatland? Almost a little bit of flatland. No, that's a mountain right there. I could flatten this in between the mountain and we can have an industry outlet here. So basically you go through the tunnel to get to the industry. Some of the industry can be laid out here as well. And then how are we looking on farmland? Let's see, natural resources. Yeah. Coming in on the highway, farms, factories. Over here, we have flattened some of this land. We probably, if we could flatten here. Oh, damn, this is beautiful terrain. I don't know. Probably overthinking it a little bit too much. Well, take a road here, flatten, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, actually, that may be a plan. So I think that's gonna be a plan. I'm doing a lot, but it's gonna be a plan. And even like Snake Road right here. So we have a good amount of resources to start on this side, and basically flattening out this river to make little villages will work out really dope. Or yeah, little townhouses. We'll look into that. Because again, this is the image you guys see from up here. It's fire, bro. I really think having a city here will be the best way. They start us out here, which right about here. It's in the middle. There's a highway. There's a highway that goes all the way across. Again, and technically we can start anywhere. Going across here. It's a little treacherous. Flatland is right here, just about, I believe, so that'd be good. Also, don't pay attention to the finances. Let me hit play. It's gonna end up costing a lot, then being cheaper. It's balancing itself out with another mod I used to replace an old mod. Yeah, this can also be flat. And then we have like a lowland right around here. Yeah. I don't know, this looks pretty chill. I guess that's why they started us there, because this will be real funky terrain to build on. But I'm actually down for it. Oh, there's brownouts happening. There must be no power line connected to something. Yeah. Alright, y'all will have to wait. Let me see something. Yeah, they'll wait. I'm just here to show off, because we're actually starting a whole new city. We're not, this is just to show y'all what I did initially and how I think it was inefficient. So I'm down for keeping this if we was to start the map the way they want us to keep it. But I think splitting the map this way and half instead is better. I split the map half this way, half that way. And I kind of like, it breaks it up so this is like its own mini city here. You know, you got a couple of houses on the hill. They chilling and whatnot. And then as you come down to the hill, you have a main street, like which every small suburban town, any neighborhood really has, is that one block with multiple lanes. Most of the shopping is right there. But again, coming down from this hill, we also had the university. So it kind of gave me this vibe of this being a university town, and I was actually for that. Super for that. So keep this in mind. We should do a university town when we get up to there. because again, I was 30 minutes late, so we are here to like 10:30. But if we are rocking out with the builds, it's gonna be much longer. Anybody watching, by the way, please drop your tags so I can name a street after y'all when we start to build. But basically, small college town. I really like how these came out. We're gonna end up adopting this again. So what is this? 2, 4. That's like a 6-piece, and then I kind of divided it in half. Alright, because this is really, really important. And then there's a street right here, so kind of, yeah. Alright. This looks really, really handsome. It's clean. It is like a development block, like those houses that all look the same, put together. I like this. And it's kind of cul-de-sac-y in a way, but this looks really, really clean. It looks dope. Monotonous, but you guys all fly on planes. Y'all all see what's outside. A lot of the shit look monotonous, so. And then little neighborhood corners where we have a bunch of parks. This is the subway that I have there. I forgot all about that. Overall though, let's not speed this up. Let's keep that on the vibe. Overall, I'm so much better that these types of pathways and parks, we're not doing this. This is too bare bones going forward, guys. Just let's keep that in mind. And you could kind of see like, where was I? No, yeah, actually I did add that. So for example, this is a park I created using 2 different parks, like how I did here. Have a giant asset, use this to frame up what else I can build around it. Added the dog park, so you have your tennis court, dog park. As you can already see, these are more expensive housing here, a bunch of mansions by the waters. We are incorporating this as well. I promise you, this has to come through. This is really, really dope. I have a thing for putting like houses on quay walls and gravel roads by waters. The lushness of the trees in the background is pretty sick. So we're gonna keep that, and then we have the large playground. And even though they're faced in opposite ways, because I have the trees nestled this way, I have the trees nestled behind these houses here, and then this pathway kind of creates a border for the whole park, which also creates a border for these particular houses on the road. That stone may be floating, so back in the olden days, the anarchy was kind of wild and a lot of things are floating. Now they don't float, so we don't have to worry about that. We won't have floating trees in our city though. But going from here, this neighborhood is fire. I like the density I included off the big strip because it kind of feeds into the college. It's a little bit more urbanized than what you would normally see, but coming from the suburbs and from the urban areas, I think works really, really well. The shops, the mixed-use shops having apartments up top with the stores at the bottom is fire. There's these corner row buildings made by Washi, I believe 76. Really, really dope. It's connecting all of the row housing together, and it kind of makes an L shape, what we're kind of used to in New York. Plus, this is my first time realizing that there was chairs on the roof. That's so fire. And this one here is a restaurant, Soba Noodles, so sick. You have the little restaurant seating there, and then obviously you go inside, and this seems to be the entrance for the apartments. Never really noticed that before. That's kind of nifty. I bet. So come in here, more row housing, some office. So just a little bit of office and housing, and this housing can be for the staff, it can be for any of the students. We have some low rent places right here as well, just to feed into that particular nature. But as you can really see, these houses look fancy as fuck. And then all of the houses right here on the water looks great, bro. These are clean. So this is a more affluent neighborhood. Little office and commercial strips right around here. And just like a little conclave, the trees, more nature. It's really, really dope. And then have that main strip, a bunch of small commercial. So I think making little villages like this will be dope, and always keeping like probably an industry next to it, whether that's forestry or maybe just an education campus, will work out really, really fine. This over here has gone under like 5 different renovations. One, I didn't even know I did this. I've done this in another city, and basically what I've done this time is use the move it tool. And with the move it tool, I'm able to maneuver really, really well and how close I want certain things to be. In that note, I kind of went and tried to do alternate colors, where it's two colors, two colors, two colors to look like it's one development. You see that a lot on like Riverside Drive, or even in like El Barrio, or in certain places in Harlem. And it's kind of affluent place because you're right by the harbor, and these cargo harbors are pretty sick. Let's get this off. This is Bedford Junction Harbor. 316 passengers waiting. Wow. One, I told y'all those numbers was gonna fix. Next time, listen to me. But this is sick. This is actually sick. I may come back to the city. Anyhow, damn, I was kind of creative back then. Played around with the parking tools. This is before we had domes parking, so imagine this with domes parking now. Super sick. Little fences. Obviously, we had movement, and I think we had somewhat of a line tool, so I was able to like kind of finagle the fence to follow the curvature. But either way, it's really good. Now we have the fence tool, and what is it? I forgot what we call this. Yes, extra assets, and we can pull, we can create better textures and maneuver them much better. Oh fuck, did not mean to do that. Alright, well, those buildings are never coming back. I did not have any key art when I was doing that, so I kind of ruined that. Damn, Daddy-o. Wait, were they zoned? Alright, this is actually what we're going to do. This is one of these. Alright, so let's take that. No, not the tree, dude. Take this again. Yes. There we go. Take off snapping so we can have better maneuverability. We can just fit this right into place here. Maybe a little closer. Give it that semicircle look. Oh, this is so satisfying. Alright, let me... Perfect. No. You gave me a different color. Why would you... Alright, let's try this one more time. I want this eyedropper tool. I want this building. Okay, cool. No, I want to... Alright. We're going to use it, and then we're just going to recolor it. I don't know if when you use Find It by the eyedropper tool, you're not able to change the colors. But if I was to use Find It, select the building, then change with the arrows, I really think it lets me do it. I have to try that out one other time. But I just want to fix this because, yeah, I was kind of silly for doing that. I was not paying attention. So what we're going to do is, before we bounce on this, let's this. All right. We're going to copy that color. Activates the color picker tool. No, just thank you. Select this. We will then paste that. Phenomenal. So we have the same building again. Guys, nothing happened. Nobody saw anything. It's all good. So I have a thing for these roads and people walking. If you saw my stream yesterday, you would have saw that as well. It's just, honestly, it's my favorite vibe when it comes to city building. Having the houses here, it's like urban, but it's also near the water, so I think it's healthier for you. I think it's much better for you. It just looks really cool too, honestly. And then I put these trees here. This is when we had the little, oh, we didn't even have, so look, back then, we didn't even have this extra decal, and then, oh no. I knew it. Some of my decals didn't load up. Damn. Alright, we're gonna end up probably trying to load them up in a second. because I actually need those decals to show you guys what I'm talking about. But basically, there's these little things where they look like tree grates and they sit in the ground, and we didn't have those yet. So I went about and I used the campfire loft things, and from there, which let's actually fit. Alright, so we can fit the trees in there now. I think the tree's radius is too big. Oh, and then the ground textures here. We're so much better now, so we don't have to worry about this. We do not have to worry about that. But basically, I think recreating this type of block around like circles or bends in the terrain will be really, really fire. And you can kind of see I went for that vibe. I think now we'll have much better curves though, so let's look into that. But going forward, kept that. These look great. You see the little parking right in there. You see how I shoot the parking around the buildings. And then I saw this picture of Barcelona, the super blocks. I believe City Planner Place talked about this one time. And I just started building like that. And then when I started looking, I realized how New York is kind of built in super blocks. There's a lot of little alleys and caverns between particular streets and everything. And I think that is super, super fly. And I kind of wanted to continue to recreate that. If you was here yesterday on my stream, you would have saw my newest city called Liberty Center, and there I kind of do that with the German building assets. And from there, I kind of created these super blocks with like invisible pathways so that people can walk on them, and the texture game was bananas. So I'm telling you, this new city, we're going super ham. So over here, this is Big Row High School. We didn't have a lot of high school assets again, so definitely had to go for one of these other assets that was taken off a piece of the base game, which is basically the medical clinic from the children's medical clinic from the original elementary school. Boom. So again, super fire. I like the streets, tight knit, dense. We're gonna stick with that vibe. Again, for the most part, in the first, I want to say 30 minutes of our build, until I get to level 1, we're just doing straight layouts. I do not like the residential housing, like until it gets to this level, because this is what, level 5. Until it gets here, they're really, really, really unappealing. I guess we'll do it for realism's sakes, but I promise you, I will not too happy. But I'll do it because, you know, it's the vibes. I gotta dug it out. Over here, I took some of the row houses. Oh, actually, this is the row high school. Oh, again, these are from those other assets. What I did, they are based off the row housing though, which is pretty cool. I gotta find this one again. I like it. Kept the texture the same at the ground as y'all can see. That's probably why I have it singled out like this. Perfect. I'll be forgetting stuff I did. I think the last, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I really opened this and built was a minute ago. I want to say like 5-6 months ago. But basically stack them this way so they come up the block, following the curvature. I like the shapes it makes. I'm into perspective sometimes. I used to be into photography, but certain angles just really, really attract my eye. Like, I can imagine myself driving with my friends, bang, 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 and then just coming up on the block and how the buildings kind of cascade away. It's sick. I don't know. I really thinks with it. And then even seeing all the way, this one block from right here can see all of the offices in that industrial sector. The line of sights are amazing. I promise you. This is exactly why I do it. Just for like little things like that. It's the greatest satisfaction. I do remember adding tons of medical clinics because I had a health issue before. The more people you have, the more you're gonna need that. So keeping the medical clinic there kind of takes up this particular space, and then I can add green space there. Over here, I have these apartment complexes stitched together to look like a condo unit. Bro, again, I don't even do this no more, but this is sick. I should continue to start doing these again because this is awesome, honestly. And having the different entrances, this is exactly what you see in like Harlem, certain areas in Brooklyn. So sick. This here are the small assets. That's why they didn't load up. But basically, this is a really nice small asset area. They're like little stores that you'll see by like pairs or places of interest or by tourist places. Basically, go to Lower Manhattan by the World Trade Center. You're seeing a bunch of this right next to the Oculus. And sometimes they're sanctioned by the city, like a farmer's market or a winter market. This is basically that same type of vibe. And then again, as you can see, average wealth is wealthy, wealthy. Even this place is breaking even, which is surprising. It's a furniture spot, right? These are wealthy people. We don't know what's going on, but everybody here is a little bit affluent, and that is also an extension to what we discussed about Archer Brook. So over here, what I ended up doing, if we're gonna have all of this wealth and we're gonna have these little office towers and high density type of buildings, which now that I look at it, it's not that bad. It's do not mind none of these. I promise this is not the city we're building on today. But small areas like this, even with a semi skyline, I like. But I started dispersing like low rent housing in the mix just to keep the land value moderate and to keep people moving into the city and whatnot. And I don't know, I probably do have tons of homeless. Let me see, you usually see them in a park, right? Okay, basketball court. There's no homeless there. Oh wow, I actually don't have a lot of homeless people in this city. But they travel, bro. This is everything to me. Look at these people just dispersing. Oh man, my bad. This is what I enjoy the most. But back to what I was saying. I started really playing with the decorating and just the way I did the pedestrian streets to have this be a housing project or a housing development, however you want to put it. If you're in Chicago, I guess it's developments. You're in New York and Brooklyn, we call it the projects. But basically have these type of buildings here along with mixed use, giving a more very, very diverse nature. Again, if you got it like that, you'll move out of town. You'll probably move and get a house in Archer Brook. You know, your kids go here, you'll probably live in the hills by the farms or forestry. If said you wanted to. Now though, we're going ham. Like stuff like this, I want to extend this even further out. I could have urbanized this highway and then had another back highway here. Man, I learned too much from these YouTubers and I've not been implementing anything. This is actually forestry. That's actually pretty cute. I like that. Basically again though, this is what we are striving for. Like very diverse. This can probably look a little bit better. I was trying my damnedest. Like this kind of cohesiveness, I was supposed to bring more of this texture around. I think if I would have brought more of this texture around, it would have looked like a more cohesive housing development, which I think is good to have a clinic next to a housing development. I grew up in something of, I guess you can say we was a gated community, but technically it was housing to some extent. Not the nitrous shits, but similar. Yeah, they call those complexes, but honestly, it was still the hood in some ways. But practically I could have did something similar over here just to make this look way better. Though these buildings connected look like they're one unit, and maybe that was my thought process back then, so I think we can keep that, but we'll have to shape them a little bit better, y'all. Over here, there's this the Rockstar musician mansion. There was some other little mansions here. So again, pockets of affluence next to low rent, next to like real dense row housing here. Again, they're right by the college, so each neighborhood has like an important feature that's next to it. So we have the college here, they have the university here, and then over here Bedford Acres, they also have a school, and this was their first development. This all used to be those little low houses you see, but I took a note out of Brooklyn and I was like, oh, we're just gonna push everybody further inland or away from inland to like Long Island. So what I started to do, hopefully I didn't trigger anybody watching, what I started to do was densify this with row housing and mid-rise housing here, similar to what you will see in Eastern Parkway. Except I didn't really do like that whole big Eastern Parkway Avenue with cut-off streets and service roads thing. You have one main strip, you have two substrips right here, and then what you do have is, because this branches off that way, you have this area here. I actually think we're gonna follow this car, and I'm gonna show you this area. This is probably the best work I've ever done in this game. Yeah, there's a farm I would like to show you guys, but for right now, I think this is probably the best. So just following this hill right now, oh, so sick. Let's take that off. All right, my bad. We're gonna get building soon, I promise you guys. So I try to play with the terrain. City planner plays always say respect the topography. So respecting the topography kind of went where the curves of the land was, and it came out really good. You can see the gradual incline. This is just really dope. And just watching people walk about and do their shit is really sick. See how the hills just go together. Don't pay attention to the elevation of the houses. I'm better now. But even here, and then it goes back down, and then this is the signature building. This is sick. Oh my god, bro. That is... wait. Alright, let me just take it off of this. No, why did it do that? Okay, that ruined my whole vibe. I'm kind of sad, guys. My bad. See, I'm still a scrub at this. But basically, this building here is dope. So I have those two main avenues. So this comes from an extension all the way over here, which you can get off here, go onto the highway. You can use the highway to get onto this. So there's like multiple different areas. But this road is a main road that then leads to Elk Terrace, which is the Belle de Ball. I think this is the best I could have done back then, bro. Like, I was doing my best to try anything I can. But that road goes that way, up that hill, and then on the other side, we have Dean Street, where we have our big giant train station. There's a couple of office buildings and mixed housing. Just giving you that vibe of what you'll see sometimes in like around 34th Street, or what you'll see by like Myrtle Ave, where there's like expensive properties, they're not so expensive properties, and then going out a couple of blocks, there's some quaint blocks. Here, not too much. This is a little bit more suburban, and that is the level out from here. I really like the density, the office buildings. Though there are some that's repeated, I don't think it's that bad. Not at all. Let me take a sip of water real quick though. Yeah, I'm not really mad at this. It went under like about 3-4 different iterations, but basically the one thing I want to take from this is how it transitions from medium density to like this little suburban joint here, but the houses are still close together. I just really like how this looks. And then just having people have the mountain views are also dope. And as you may have noticed, that this is a hill. So this is where I started experimenting, building with different terrain. I'm a little bit better at this now. I can smooth stuff out. I'm really, like, I've been learning. But coming through that, I really like how this stacks up. And honestly, I may even want to add another like housing thing right around here, and then add a bunch of trees here, just to continue to play with the layers. I think we are not going to be afraid of the layers, but we're also going to tame the land when we need to. So let's bear that in mind. Going forward though, over here, parks, buildings, this stuff here is really, really sick. What I really like is how these power lines work out. And I think we need to incorporate this more in our new build. So let's take heed of this. Yeah, this is just, yeah, this is sick. High bangs with this. This is lovely. Again, coming through here, right around here. This, all of this is small density. This I like a lot, like creating these office parks with just the parking in the middle, some little green space, you know, bush and thing. Little offices here, playing with the pathways, which as you can see I do a lot. We really want to play with that. Is this zone? Bro, and then sometimes you just get so lucky. Like if you can play with the zoning in this game, if you go against what you think the grain is, this comes out really well. So again, and keeping this here, keeping these power lines here and not being afraid of like building around it. We do this all the time in regular society, so why not? But then also playing around with it. So like I have this fence here, this fence cordon off this particular area. Again, nobody really should be going back here. You have this parking spot here. You have this fence that's an extension. So this area is technically blocked off because this is a really important piece of land and this is a really important piece of infrastructure for the town. So trying to really play into that realism where it looks like a city. Obviously it's a game, but our objective is to make it look like a city. Like no matter what, like that's the objective. So that's what we're gonna continue to try to strive for. So certain neighborhoods like this, let's figure out ways to incorporate it. And what I kind of was doing was building roads with like separate triangles and stuff. Like basically it's a long road here, but then this road leads this way, this road leads that way, but then stops here. So creating like these mini blocks, these mini triangles, these like trapezoids almost. I'm really down for continuing this. I think as I've continued to play City Skylines, I kind of lost the heart to do stuff like this. I'm not sure why though, but it's super unfortunate. And yeah, we're not trying to go for that vibe, so. Alright, so I do want to show off one more area in concerns to this. Oh, thank God the school asset is here. So this particular asset is dope. It was a mini elementary school, and then there was like little extensions that you can play with. I broke this before, now I know how to fix it, but I did this layout. I really wanted the parking to be in the back and the park to be in the front. If we use this asset again, because it is a really chill asset. This reminds me of a bunch of different high schools in like East New York, like Jamaica, Queens, like little like mini campuses, but nothing too OD, obviously. No crazy security booth, so be that for what it is. Hold up 1 second. I'm definitely editing this out in the video. Alright. Wait, let me make sure one more thing. So I don't want to mess nothing up. Because I'm really good at doing that. Extremely good at doing that, actually. Alright, so basically, this asset is fire. We're going to use this again. I like when these houses go to level 5 because as you can see, they look really good together. And then creating walkways with bush and then trees with scatterbush, that's what we go for. Then I also created this pathway to go under this like cliff, which I didn't really have to do it. I just thought it would be fire, but I was messing with the terrain back then and I wasn't really that good, so there's a lot of things I have to learn, as you can see. But we'll come back to this some other time. This is not the object of the game. This is just to show you like the area. And then again, playing with density. So some areas closer to like the main strip, because again, this Dean Street is so important because it's by the train station. You know what I'm saying? So keeping that there like that is super important. But playing with the density closer to the train station, but the further out you go, low density. Then creating little office parks. What I really like though, we talked about the elementary school, is again creating little mini parks together. So this was all created for this particular block. And again, I really lost this type of creativity. I have to bring this back. Playing with these mansions, but coming over here. So say you was to take the scenic route. Say you're in an Uber, you live in a hood. There's a hood back there. So you come into town, you take the train, you do your thing or whatever, you go to your friend's crib. Uber takes you, or taxis at least in this game, this way. Come down here. And then, yeah, sorry, all of these trees are clipping it away. Coming up this side, you get the forest, you get the highway, the power lines. This view is just fire anyway. Like, that's just sick. That's why I'm like also not mad that they start you in the particular area we're in. But I digress. Over here, added a bunch of bushes just to give it some more plushness. Coming up on Cherry Lane, you can come this way. You have a service building, which is a mixed housing. I think this is for the police because it's like a police building. And then over here, you have some housing. You have some row housing. You have some row housing. And then like with a little diner on the corner. This is fire, bro. Like, this is shit you see a lot. Then even having a back road at the back of the houses instead is really dope. So you leave your house, you go in this back pathway, you can still get to the diner that way. You know what I'm saying? Over here, the backyard is right above where the parking lot is at. Everybody has access to the parking lot. Parking is like super important in this game. And then again, like with every neighborhood we built, you have to have like a main street. So this neighborhood's main street is right here. So what do we have here? Oh, we have the, how do I pronounce that? Abunixi? I do not know, bro. We just call it Obu. So we got the Obu store right here. This is in another one of my cities. I really like it a lot. Though I'm gonna be honest, this is not a dope looking clothing store. Nobody likes to shop in places that look like this. This is cute for a bank, I guess, you know. Yeah, it's show. Technically these are the same assets, but we won't say anything. And then what is this? Convenience food, 26.9. Oh, that's dope. It's like our version of 7-Eleven. Alright, I'm not actually mad at that. That's pretty sick. And then here is Bragg and Roost. So this is the main strip, and again, it's a little alleyway street, and this kind of gives me Harrisburg vibes actually. So I think we'll look at Harrisburg when we go and build the city. I used to go there a lot. It's a pretty dope spot. And then even having a subway here is a little iffy, but I think it's important because even in Brooklyn, we have subways almost any place and everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter where you technically live. So, basically on this note here, I also put like very, very low commercial. I think this is, oh man, I'm not sure who's, is it? I think it's Washi 76. I think it's his mod. I like these a lot though. Little farmer market areas, and you see this a lot in like small cities. Like Harrisburg is technically the capital of Pennsylvania, believe it or not. And they have right by, what is that? Yeah, right by the train station. There's like an area in the back of it, and they they have like open markets like this. It's really dope. It's like a little food hall too. Oh man, damn! And just seeing all of these people walk from the subway is so fire. But again, we have a commercial. We have some affluent housing, right? Affluent, pretty chill, clean, whatever, all of that in a bag of chips. And it's on a hill. That's kind of OD. But oh my god, imagine if you lived here. You're like a little kid, you know what I'm saying? You in the hood, you live with grandma. We ain't gonna explain the past. I'm not trying to be a stereotype, but shit be like that sometimes. Can I, if I first person camera this, into free cam. Oh, okay. Damn, this is that free cam. Did not want to, oh, wait. Okay. So yeah, that didn't work. But basically, you're seeing this window. From this window, you can see the cityscape. I think that's pretty fire. Mind you, I didn't even show y'all the real good part of the city, which I made sure to connect to this area here. I promise you, it's connected. By this road, through that tunnel, through that road, to there, to there, to there, to there. It is connected, promise you guys. Anyhow, this is the housing projects here, little pond. This is more, not like housing projects. This reminds me of Starlight City. And buildings with parking, little hills. I could have put some commercial assets here, and they're right about in front of here this way. Which again, they have like parking right next to like little like salons and design stores and all of that, and furniture stores. This can be any area in like East New York or any area in Brooklyn, honestly, or hell, even a Bronx. But yeah, keeping this together like that, I should have changed the colors, but I think this is fine because we all know that these are all a housing unit, and then these are all a housing unit. So, and then even with this, like, we got to get back into like my new detailing bag. This is sick. This is sick. This is what I need to do more of. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all homeless? Don't be homeless. Alright, so they just chilling out in the hood. Alright, like, you know, this is what you do sometimes. They probably ain't got an air conditioner, it's hot. It is August, so, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. And then also playing with having buses next to train stations remind me to do that. But basically, that's Moonlight Meadow, so we have low rent, we have medium density, we have like, you know, y'all got a little money, so y'all stay around here. You know what I'm saying? And then these are the people who got all the money. They stay uphill because they're leaving there and they, you know what I'm saying? They just subsidize this for the housing. It could be either way. But basically, when you go through this tunnel, you come out this particular exit right here, which, damn, I gotta fix all of that. And then honestly, what you really, really want to do, why did I do that? Actually, we're gonna look at this in the future. But basically, what you can do is come down from Birch on Fawn Street, turn on Fairview Street, and then you want to turn on Fawn Street in the main boulevard. And as you can see, this is Belmont Highway. These are just little slip lanes. This Empire Highway is an extension of Anchor Street, which comes off of Crest Street, which is basically our main block that goes all the way around to this roundabout. So basically you can take one whole road through most of the city. And guys, we have to remember that this is extremely, extremely important. And then don't be afraid to play with some of the density. Though I think for the main street, having density and big giant services buildings should be of the utmost. But basically, when you come down Fawn Street, and you don't even have to come down Fawn, you can turn on Empire to hit the downtown of Elk Terrace. But if you stay on Fawn, and as you drive, you'll notice that you see little hills and houses. I like stuff like this. This is what I live for. This is it. This is actually all. Like just playing with the layers and seeing how the houses end end up looking, I really appreciate a lot. But again, so you come down Fawn Street, you can see the tennis courts, you'll see this house, you'll see that there's a fence that blocks this because this is basically still elevated. And I should put some privacy trees here. I think that's super, super important. Oh, it is on fire. What is happening? Oh my god, wait. What? Alright, so I knew I had homeless people, but I didn't see them at that other park, right? Now all of a sudden we have like homeless people. Is there a firefighter helicopter? I heard a helicopter. Where's it at? Oh man. I heard the helicopter. I can't find the helicopter. Guys, am I bugging? That's an arrow. That's a plane. Yeah, so I do not know where the hell the fire people is at. Damn, yo, again, this is not how our city is gonna be. I promise you. I so promise. But anyway, this is supposed to be a special building, and I think each special building should have its own like special, let's see, you can say it can have its own special vibes and like its own special, we should make it a vocal point. It should be seen as important. I think it's imperative to we like highlight those items, and then we can utilize some of the land without making it look like we're just utilizing it for no apparent we're just like utilizing it to utilize it. But no, it should be utilized for its like broadness in space and like show of importance. So let me see here. My bad, y'all. So basically, negating the fire. Okay, that stopped. Oh, the fire truck is there. Look at that. Look at that. It is a fire truck. It's a fire truck. Alright, so cool. The fire truck is gonna save them. Having that there with like, say for example, a park where there's supposed to be water but ignore that, and having these particular pillars and walkways is really, really sick. So though his campus is private, this is not technically private. This is open to the public, but then again, it's an affluent neighborhood, so you have these little townhouses, you have little offices right here, and then again, some mixed use along with some of the medium density and lower end housing, and providing plenty of parking for all of the businesses and all of the housing in the area, I think is a vibe. And then again, parking, but detailing, adding benches, like giving them like amenities, letting people know that this is parking. Again, I don't know what happened, but I kind of fell out of this bag. When I show you my new cities, my other city again, you'll see. But the new city's gonna be way better. And then again, playing with the parking, making it stand out a little bit more, making these buildings look more substantial, pathways and bush, just keeping things super, super clean, and adding extra bush on the properties themselves, just so that these look like trees in somebody's front yard. And then again, having little cutaway streets that lead to bigger avenues again. This is pretty sick. And then look, the town housing, these little row houses, and these are mixed as well. So some of them are regular, some of them are mixed. This is also row housing from Washi, so this is really sick. It adds businesses at the bottom. But yeah, going through that, this is really nice. Like neighborhoods like this is what we're gonna craft the most, as this is really what I know in life, and I only can only build what I know. But again, Hemlock Street comes off of Empire Highway. This is the main strip, as you can see. That's why we have offices, medium-sized apartment buildings, townhouses, certain walkway areas here, just like little nip-tuck areas. And then again, density. And then even on like little side blocks, keep a subway there so people can walk there. But also the subway is there because right behind it, we have the Grand Hotel, which is one of our best assets. This particular asset, again, I'm supposed to add parking. What ended up happening is this got flooded. So when I opened the save file just to see if the mods would work, I kind of lifted up the land, but all of the other stuff behind it got deleted. And then I do want to keep in mind that this will be extended and it should connect to this roundabout. I think that'd be, if we was to keep this, this would be sick. But I pulled out this land so you can see it's kind of warped to give this a more prominent feature. Initially, I was gonna have it here, but then if I had it here, the people who come to this hotel, if you didn't have a river or what do you call this? I guess this is a river or a channel. I guess it's a river or a channel, but if they didn't have, they only would have had this view. And if you was in the back room, you're looking at mountain, mountain, mountain. So it just didn't work out. So I pulled the land. So yeah, you will have a room like this. Any room over this side, you get the trees, you get the city, you get the extension of the main downtown of the city. That's a vibe. And I think that's that's where we need to be at. So keeping that particular vibe where we make the building stand out because we actually care about if we were inside of this building or not. But again, seeing right to the outside, you see all it is. This is clean. You see this side, even if you're on that side, even if you're in the back. Now, say you're in the back. This is a better. You see you'll see this area here. So the basin, which we can even make a marina. But you'll see the basin, and then you had this mountain cliff. So this was like okay. It was way better than looking right at the mountain. This you have some looks, and all of this was supposed to be decorated. But my ADHD be all over the place, so I'll do something, be like, I'm gonna come back to it and work on a different project, as you've seen from this little tour. But this is one of my best neighborhoods I've ever made, because even though we have this strip here, we have this road leading to this prominent feature here, we've mixed a park asset along with the housing, and we put it at like an angle to play around with, and then we added more assets here to make it look like it's a Smartsburg. So if you're in Prospect Park, or if you're in Central Park, you're in Dumbo, I wanted to give that kind of vibe. But going forward, see, like mixing the parks with the buildings like this, much better. And then being an extension of all of this area here, and even if, for example, they wanted this to be public, that's still fire. But make it look like they all belong together is, to me, the most important part. And then playing around with patterns as well. So I think adding patterns give it a way more dynamic look. It's like, we can call that 3 park. I wouldn't even thought of something like that. And then you can see how this is a park area leading to this park area leading to these trees. Like, that's a vibe. This park, these buildings leading to this park, leading to more greenery. Like, I want to keep these particular concepts in play. And from that, like, even when we do parking, add more greenery as well. But going with that, dense trees. I think this is a pathway actually, but with a bunch of trees. This is sick. And then having our pathways connect are really important. As you can see, all of these pathways connect, so people can walk from this area. They can technically walk from the high school, which, as we all know, is back in Beechwood Meadows, well, Mill Grove, right? Yeah, Mill Grove area, Beechwood Meadows, like this initial downtown. And they can take this pathway all the way here. So a kid can walk from his apartment here to the high school. And it's safe and sound. There's like post offices, we have industry buildings, there's like residential. There's also a bus that runs on this too. So there's a bus that runs here. Where's this bus? Can I find it? No, that's an oil truck. Why is that oil truck there? Anyhow, there is technically a bus that runs through there, so having that I think is super important. And then also having the pathways so that we can continue to play around with basically play around with all of the interconnectivities of the networks that the game has. And remembering to any space we get, add trees on the street, bro. Probably not as many as this, because you don't even see this many trees in New York. It's like what, 5 or 6 trees per block. If somebody lives somewhere else and they have a different tree count, let me know, but I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of excessive. Like, that's mad trees. I went overboard. It'd be like that sometimes, but you know, we live the best life. And then little roundabout, little pocket neighborhoods like this is sick. Though fucking trucks should not be going through there, bro. Where are you going? Where are you going, dude? He's going to a whole different state. I just want y'all to know that. Yeah, I don't know what's up with dude. But again, playing with the housing and then having those houses we saw on the hill, actually seeing the hill in person and traversing through it, and even with the densities, this kind of gives me like the Lomita, California look, where you can take some walks and there's just a bunch of houses close together, and then you can walk like 5 along that streets down, and then the houses are more separated. So I kind of was trying to go for that vibe, and you'll see like a lot of my little spiral neighborhoods, I think that's what we would call them, squigglies or spiral neighborhoods, that's where it's at. But you also see pathways to the street, to the pathways, pathways leading here. Legitimately, leave this house, take this pathway, cross the street, take this pathway here, cross it, take this pathway above the pond, right over here, and then you can get to work. Or you can go see somebody in a hotel. Or you can wait for the bus, which I'm surprised. Oh, or you can walk to the subway. And that's only 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. Like, not, if you even look at it from the pathways, it's not even that many blocks, honestly. So, yeah, we're gonna incorporate that. And then, I don't really want to talk about this. This is... So, I don't mind offices next to small offices and hallways in an industrial area. Putting the post sorting facility here also help take up space, but also give this area prominence. And then also having a cargo harbor along with the recycling center and depots together is important. So we're gonna keep gigantic assets together, and that'll help build an industry core for us. And we can sprinkle industry in between those buildings while keeping them away from the residential. It should be, if I'm not mistaken, you can keep commercial and industry next to each other because they provide resources. You can keep commercial by residential. And if I'm not mistaken, that that gives them customers. But having the industrial next to the residential provides too much ground pollution. It provides too much air pollution. They do and will complain. Sorry, I needed a sip of water there. Also, I built this. This is the one thing wait, did I really build? I think I did build this. I think I did. I don't think I may be lying. Hold on. Go to intersections. Wait. Alright, so I probably did build this. Yeah, I think I did build this. Alright, sorry, I don't be remembering, and this actually looked a little bit too clean for my work. Yeah. But that wouldn't be difficult to do. I think I did the roundabout to connect to there. Okay. Alright, so I think I really did build this, guys. Anyhow, industry offices, creating little plazas next to the offices, even though it's next to dirty industry, brightens up the area a little bit, and I think that's super important. But also compartmentalizing what assets go together. So we're gonna place a lot of assets. We're not just gonna zone the build. It's not a cheat, it's just a different way to play the game. But we're gonna go both ways because I do want some semblance of realism. And then again, playing around with the bushes, playing around with adding extra assets onto the assets itself. I created a container, added some barrels, added some junk, added some of these over there, these containers, and then made the ground all the same color. So we gotta remember when we do our industry, please remind me, we have to add textures together. Sorry about that. Add these textures together so that we're like, it's more cohesive and it looks really, really put together. Like, you see how this is an asset, this is an asset. I added this in here and then played with all of this texture and made it look more cohesive. So there's no like blank white spaces. Because for example, this looks barren, this looks barren. This, you see, I was in the middle of doing something, so we'll ignore that. Kind of barren, you know, like that's not good. This looks clean. Though I can add some props, this is meant to be parking for all of these facilities that just ended up being tight knit. And if I did have some like little areas, add some bush, you know what I'm saying? Little bush. Even over here, you can see I messed around with some of the textures, so I wasn't done playing with it. But this is this is that. I added that texture. So playing around more with adding textures and adding assets to textures, that's what I want to continue to do. They kind of do it themselves on the assets, but like, why can we not do that as well, you know? So in that term, what we're going to do here is stuff like this, we'll take that. This is the fuel plant. I like how this asset sits right here. It was much different before, but I'm gonna be honest with you dudes, the way I messed that up before, I will show it to y'all in another day, honestly, just so I can show you how unskilled I was. But again, we out here now, we way better. But again, places like this, important. Keeping the industry more symmetrical. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Yeah, so, and using up space better. So that's what we were going for here. And then even here, this is an asset, this is an asset. I added these. I don't think those two things were zoned. Oh, none of these were zoned. So I was even making my own, like, basically making my own structure and how I wanted that to be. So what we're going to do now is not touch any of this. We have looked at, I want to say, the major part of the city. Again, it's nothing really to look at over here. Nothing really to look at over here. I do like the cargo harbor. It is a really dope asset. I gotta see if we can put stains on it though. I think we can. What I want to do is, you see how this highway's here? I had another trumpet interchange that was gonna come shoot out, and I was gonna reclaim all of this land here. Because honestly, if I was to build like a whole city here, suburbs here, suburbs leading out to a different area, and then another city here, I think that's the vibe to go for. And I think that's where I really, 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 really want to go. Like, that's the direction. But there's a little place. I'm so excited. Let me. Alright. So, oh, I didn't even show y'all. Oh my god. Alright, my bad, y'all. One more thing. We'll ignore this. This is supposed to be like a bus station in a hospital. Yeah, things happen. And then, yeah, we already know the city hall is there. Also, our trains go into a tunnel, and it's in a trench that divides up the land a little bit. I don't know, I just thought that'd be a little cool to have a train in a trench. I built another little pocket neighborhood. I think pocket neighborhoods are fire too. So we have squiggly neighborhoods and pocket neighborhoods. Start off with some commercial, but everything's housing, and then intersperse some offices on the corner, and then housing, commercial, and then when we did the commercial, make it look more prominent. So I got lucky. Was he zoned? No. So I basically picked assets that had parking in front of it, so that gives it its own little shopping center vibe. And then again, we're next to the elementary. You know how important elementary is. You know, I talked about the elementary school earlier, so keeping that vibe is keeping that vibe. But this is pretty sick. Like, I like this. We gonna do more of this. And then even with a big asset like this, having that there with these two other assets, this is a little shopping center, but it's also parking for residents should they want. And then the residents can see over the trench, which I could have made this look much better. We're learning, guys. We're learning. Let's just take tips. But yeah, this neighborhood coming up right here. I like the semblance of it, and then little commercial pockets to break up the residential, because nobody wants to come from all the way over here to here. Like they can. It's not that fucking hard, but I'm gonna be honest, people find it to be hard. So that was the vibe there. And then again, creating little pocket communities. So having two parks together, little houses here, little houses here. This is what we're gonna continue to try to do. And again, that's why we're gonna go with the plopping vibe. We're gonna like zone some stuff, but I also think plopping is the way to go. Alright. So huh. Oh, even over here, this is like pretty sick. At the end of the block, they got some offices. Office. Yeah, we gotta remember to keep all of this. And I gotta bring this into my like series as well. But basically, guys, that's the old Volcaria. It is now time for new Volcaria. We are going to exit back to the main menu because I think I'm missing some mods. Wow, thank you, game. So the game has conked out on me. We do know this to happen sometimes. I was kind of praying it didn't, but yeah, bear with me for a couple of seconds. Let's see here. Alright, so play. Make sure these mods are. Oh man. I gotta find a good place to put my phone. Because I've done hit it on like 5 different objects so far. I'm actually surprised that it hasn't broken. Alright, we're loading up. We're loading up. We like that. We like that. Alright, let's see here. Oh, they're gonna give me a proper load up. Like, honestly, I would show y'all the screen, but this loading screen takes forever. Like, I mean, forever. Alright, bear with me for a couple of seconds. Sometimes it doesn't even let me open OBS. Oh, thank God. Alright. Let's see here. Nope, can't even remove anything. Oh, why does the game do this to me? It messes with every program. I'll be right back, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. I, where are we? Oh, we have some loading happening. We have some loading happening. I am extremely happy. It seems that things are working okay. We just have to wait for all of the assets. I Okay, so it seems that the assets are loading. This is a good thing. This is a very, 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 very good thing. All right. I got you guys in just a couple of seconds. Such a serene zone. I bet. Let's go. We're almost there. Let me open up OBS now. Can I? Thank you. Look at that. We like that. Oh, there we go. Alright, we about to get some action. If you were just coming back, or if you're new, I just gave a tour of my old Valcoria city. That's what you see in the thumbnail. Just the map itself. So that's the map we're gonna build on today. Just waiting for all of these decals to load up because I want this to be a heavy detail build. I want people to actually engage, and if they see something they're like, just be like, yo, add that or do this, or I'm actually down for doing things. So if you drop a comment, you get a street named after you. There was one person who dropped one, so they're gonna have a street. The street will be named SC, and probably Avenue, since they're the first comment. They'll probably be the main avenue of the city. Alright, we look like we have almost all of the mods there. We're going to go to new game, custom maps, Volcoria. There's a bunch of dope, like, this is basically the Liberty City map. There's a bunch of different maps here that I'm like interested in, but this one is pretty sick. Like, if we wanted to start a new city, this is already kind of made for us. But this is where we're at. Do you see? So boom, this is a different angle of the image we see. So the image, I think, is taken from this angle, but this is where we initially build that. So got some resources, got all of that. It's a European theme. I didn't know it was a European theme. Interesting. Interesting. Select map. We're going to go for North American. Disable tutorials. Unlock map tiles. I have a mod for that already. We're not going to play with this. I want this city, I want people to see how to play the game without doing all of that. And we're going to name this city Stream City. No, actually, name this city, please. I'll leave that up to y'all. But yeah, we're gonna play the game the way the game is actually meant to be played, somewhat. We're not gonna do that map tile purchase bullshit because of the tax. I'm sorry, I don't like that mechanic. We're not doing that. We will plop. I don't know if I want to plop double signature buildings just yet, but we're gonna go through our settings before we start the game. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm only gonna work on the street layouts first, and then the first train layout. I want to do a train and highway start. It's gonna mess with our money so bad, but I also think it, if I would have did it in the initial Valkyria, which I called Hickory, that was the city's name, it would have been a way better city. So let's go. We're gonna start. We're all good on that. And now we're in for what may be a long loading screen. I do hope, I sincerely hope this actually loads. No disrespect, Paradox, but man, y'all putting my baby, this little baby PC to work, bro. My god, it's a 3060 Ti and it dies sometimes. Maybe it's the CPU thing, but oh man, the def. Yes. Alright. So they still start us here. Oh, it does have a train line. I think that's probably why I built the train there. And it does have a road that came here. Oh, interesting. Alright, so I forgot how this map was initially laid out. There's a power line there. Let's see where the clouds go again. Guys, am I butchering this? It go so the pollution goes this way. So do I want to do like a windmill farm thing up here for electricity at the very least to begin with? Alright, we'll keep scope of that. Let's look at our natural resources again. Oh, this is ground pollution. I said natural resources. Alright, so ton of farmland. I think though Alright, so we have a ton of farmland, ton of oil. Alright. Oil, and then we have ore back here. Oh, okay. There's farmland and ore here, but some of this area is not flat, which I think we're just gonna build on a flat area first. I believe that's the it is the easiest, but it's also the best method to go about it. And then, but we are gonna flatten out more land than I did in my initial build, because again, if I'm not mistaken, this is this is a very hilly place. And then again, I'm not against having I'm not against having the industry be on this cove, though. Will that cause traffic for boats? I don't think so, right? And then we have this bay here. Or do we turn this whole corner into industry? We'll probably turn this corner into industry. Alright. We could start, no, we should start off with windmills and then a battery transformer. Yeah, that's actually what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep that there. We'll probably put warehouses here, but nothing more, because I don't know if y'all guys remember, but this is the area where I built that road that led under, and then I had basically flattened out all of this land to build that like community, but I kept these hills. You see how different it is, like, than when I was messing with it, bro? I kind of was going in, and then I had made that road follow the train. I think I redid the train, but I'm not mad that the train comes in that way, because I think when we do like the little low density houses going back here, that'd be fire. And then I do believe having the farms be back here is much better. So let's check our mods, make sure we're all set, because sometimes the settings reset in this game. We're on autosave. We should be alright on graphics. Start, pause, thank the Lord. Interface, we're good. master volume, game volume, radio volume. Also, if my volume's shot, please let me know if y'all can't hear me. I can't hear that. I can't hear myself sometimes, even with the monitors on. Um, all right, so tiles. Oh, we're not doing the money. Perfect. Let's make sure the district name is on. I would say the last two times I've done this, they haven't really messed up the settings like how it usually does. All right, cool. So I think we're good. Extended radio. We're not gonna touch any of that. Mix. Time and weather, anarchy, fire. Wait, just to let anybody know who plays this game, I do have this. I think it's pretty interesting, so I want to see how it works. I did mess with the price one time, so I don't think I'm gonna do that again. But yeah, I just wanted to let people know that. And then I have this. I'm not really good at using that. I haven't tried. And then I'm using the German vehicle pack. I like the way the cabs look, but I also downloaded another mod that added other cars in the mix. So like sometimes there's SUV taxis and they're not the right color. Kind of bothers me, but we'll ignore it. We'll ignore it. It's fine. All right. Right now, let's get to the building. Let's get to the vibes. Yes, we have. No, we don't. We have City Planners Radio on, and we're driftless. Let's go. Young Linden. What's this vibe? Alright. This should be a vibe. So I want to divide the city, not really divide the city per se, but I think we should have a road shootout from that way to that way. I think the reason I didn't do that before was or you know what? Yeah, we'll still do that. We'll still do that. I think I'm gonna keep the roundabout again. I know I said no. I said we should shoot stuff off it, but I think it would help with our traffic. And if y'all remember, I did that little diamond interchange thing. I think we're gonna do that again. Yeah, but I'm not gonna divide the city half and half. Like it's gonna be traversable. Alright. So what we're gonna do is take a medium road. Take this. We'll go right about here. No, right about here. Actually, before we do anything, because again, I do foolish stuff. Is our ground? Nope, it is not. So let's take, because this is going down in a hill, so let's take this road. Let's smooth all of this out right here. So what I'm doing right now is just smoothing out the terrain, at least for the initial part of the city. We can play with the terrain later, as you know, you want to respect the topography and all of that. I'm all about that particular vibe, but I also, let me see here, yeah. I also need a better area to build. And when I was first building and playing this game, I wasn't really good with messing with the topography, so now I'm a tad bit better, so I can play with it a little bit more. Wait, did I grab? No, grab this one. There we go. Fire. And let's make the brush a tad bit bigger, so a tad bit stronger. Because honestly, this is going to be the beginnings of the city. That's a hill, so we're going to play with that hill, honestly. Keep some of that like that. This, we are gonna actually, I shouldn't did that. We're gonna smooth this out a little bit. Especially like right about here. I'm gonna play with that hill going forward. Smooth that out, smooth, slope. This road, when we do the diamond conversion thing, I would like it to follow a little bit more. Honestly, nah, we're gonna do it. I'm not trying to cheap out, promise. cut that into there, cut that into there. Yeah, alright. Yeah. We'll worry about this area when we get to it. Right now, the most important thing is to get this initial road put down. And then we'll worry about this area here because I have ideas for this. You've seen it in the other city. We're gonna bring it more to life, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna bring it more to life, especially right here. This little channel, this is gonna be extremely important. Because it was important with the Richie. Yeah, yep, I remember now. Perfect. So keep that as is. Smooth this out a little bit. All right. So let's get our first giant road again. Let's take this. We're gonna start right about. We're gonna start here because I think I know what I want to do with how the train is gonna come into this. Yeah. We'll start here. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna keep at a 90 a little bit. No. Keep at a 90. It's not the guidelines, it's not the zone grid. We don't care about that. I think that's the one that messes up stuff sometimes. So. Alright. Yeah, because then this road can scoop up that way. Alright, phenomenal. We're gonna take this road and we're gonna swing this. Doesn't really kind of matter too much. Right about here. Then I want to see if I do this, then that. Okay, cool. That like right there. No, let's try this one more time. I want to get like a particular curve. The reason we're going to do this is I don't want the train station when we build it to be on the main street. I know it seems weird, it should be, but I think we're going to put it on its own outlet street. And that's going to be much, much better. And then we're going to play with this particular street and bring this here. Wait. Contour lines, I need you. See, I knew I was messing around with something. That's fine. This is now, let's get around over here. All right, we're messing with terrain wonkiness here. So I'm gonna leave this here. We'll come back to this road. But as you can kind of see, this kind of leads up into like a more hilly area. If you remember, this is the hill that we kind of pushed back from before. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, but don't worry about it. We will make sure that when we do this, we clear out the trees. Usually when you kind of build, you want to clear out the trees from your general area. So now what we're going to do is clean out the trees. We're going to go to our vegetation. We're going to do multi. We're going to do snap. Oh, is it no snap? Is it no snap? Yes. Yes, it is. All right. So let's just clear out all of this right about here. Keep some of those over there. You can kind of keep some of that. Take that down, put that up. Yeah. Because what we're going to do is a bootleg diamond interchange. And again, we're not going to press play. So, because again, I really don't like to play until I get row housing. I know it seems super weird to some people, but row housing is like super important to the way I build. So we're gonna go with the row housing effect. Bro, can I like get free of trees, please? No trees. No trees. Walking down the street. No trees. Alright, we're all good. Because these are all going to be our starting neighborhoods and stuff, bro. Now, what I think is the most important thing is we come off here, come off here, come off here, come off here. Commercial, and as we evolve, the density gets bigger, but these main streets should have commercial on them. And then we can start with the residential. So what I'm going to do, I think that was straight, that looks straight. I'm gonna take this road, go here. Wait, why do I have but that's dual-sided. I don't have one-way highways. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. We're just gonna use a regular street for right now. We'll take a one-way street, and I believe let's go to continuous or complex curve. No. Sides of the buildings, 90 degrees, I believe. Zoning cell length. I don't think we need that as well. So I want to come with this. Now, before I just did it a straight diamond like that, I don't know if that was. Let's see. Yeah. No, I think it needs way more space because I put water towers. We may do groundwater upon me checking, so we'll double check. Is this 2, 4, 6? 2, 4, 6. All right, cool. All right. So before should I have curved it or no? I think that should be fine. I think it should be fine. All right. Nope, so it needs to be pushed over a little bit more. Actually, then we can just use straight tool. No, why is it doing that? Stop it. Oh, that's why. Alright. Am I not measuring correctly? How do let me see something? 135, 45 degree, $26. 135, right? Bro, I don't know. Am I not going too outwards? I'm wasting so much money just trying to build a street. My God. Oh, there we go. It kind of worked. Perfect. Nah, I messed up on that. It was 135 by 45. Let's do this again. No, damn. Alright. I don't think the measurements make any sense here, but again, not the best at this. Okay, we'll keep that. Alright, one more try. Okay, perfect. Alright, so boom, we have that. Do we have, oh yeah, I actually can make them because of the road tools. Phenomenal. So boom, we're also gonna details. Details are really important. I will not say that enough, alright? So we're gonna make all of our streets pretty. Extremely pretty, okay? So that's the vibe we're going for. So this is how we start. Again, we start with aesthetics. Form and function are both the same things. We can do this. So let's add that. Let's add some of these. Some of it. I guess the it. And right there. Phenomenal. So, boom. We have our main road. We have our main little cross intersection thingy thingy thing. All right, phenomenal. Now what we're going to do is then take. We can play with these later. We don't even know what the traffic is going to be now, because I think these are called arterials. Basically, what we're building is an arterial. This is technically a collector. The arterial can go around. Anyhow, still a scrub at the city building stuff. We'll grab this here and no, right here. Take that. I like that. Now we have roundabouts here, but then we have custom roundabouts. Let's see here. Oh, I need to unlock roundabouts anyway to get all the good stuff. We add a fountain there. And then we're not touching that. I do not want to mess that up. So this is our next main avenue. So all of the commercial will live here and here. Then these will end up being other stuff as well, but most likely medium density, the row housing, which is more important. If I'm gonna do regular stupid housing, like one family housing, sorry, it's not stupid housing, they're gonna live here. So just bear that in mind. And now what I also want to do, take that off. See, I'm gonna line this circle up. So if I was to put this here, the zoning will be intact. So it'll be zoned on both sides if I'm not mistaken, and there won't be a lot of gaps. I took off, I think it's this tool or this tool. One of these tools messed up the zoning. If anybody knows, please drop a comment. But what we're gonna do is start from this road here, this point, and then I'm just gonna bring that right about here. I know you're gonna get a little bit annoyed at these little roundabout thingies. Don't worry about it. It's to give the neighborhood some like flavor and like make them feel nice or something. Just to give it something, you know. And then what we're actually gonna do is from this street right about here, we're gonna do another parallel road here. But now what we're going to do is here and right up to the point there, you know, just no, let's count this actually, because I may have butchered this. Go back, I need that to count. Thank you. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5. Should I wrote that in? Let's see. Let's try this one more time, guys. 2 4 6. Alright, I actually do want to go every 6, so 2 4 6 is that. Thank you. Perfect. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we're gonna be here. And then again, we're staying at a 90, but no, I think that may be a zoning issue because I'm using the alleyways. I do just pray that they're nah, I don't, let me see, 5. I think if I come down a little bit more, does it not show me the units? Let me see something. I have to come down from here to here, 63 yards, right? Okay, so from here, go down 63 yards. Phenomenal. Then we're gonna build this road right here off of that. I'm gonna trust that this is right and it's the zoning that's messed up. And wait, in math, 63 yards. How many feet is in a yard? 3 feet. Somebody do the math for me, but I want to know how many feet that is and like whether that's a realistic block. Because I look at the blocks with these little things here, you can fit a row house, which is basically a brownstone, on something like this. So actually, that reminded me though, I did not want to make an entrance on every single block. You'll see why. Um, so let's continue building this road layout. Remember 63, phenomenal. I'm liking the 63 stuff though. Then we could come out here on this one, right? And now that we know we're out here, we're never gonna put anything on this roundabout, but from right about here, this is gonna be our stop line. The reason I say that is, this is considered a highway. Anything next to a highway makes noise. If we put houses here, people will bitch, and we don't want that. We don't need them doing all of that now. So we'll keep that as is, keep that square. Yes, we can do that. And then we can actually do that. That's not a problem. And then we will have a road right about here. You'll see. This is kind of like a frontage road because I will want to put an asset here. It'll be obviously behind some commercial properties, but even if we start just the commercial properties in the corner, you'll still see the asset coming off this lane. We have to make room for those important things as well. Don't ever forget it. All right, we got to do another 63 yards. Right there, come across, line that up. Another 63 yards. Now, what we're gonna do with this next one here, we're gonna look. We have 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. We're gonna use this as a connector here. That way people who, this is technically considered a community, a little suburb, they will have the room to then go about and come out of there, and it's not like a dead end. That's really important. You don't want those for certain areas. And then we're gonna do our 63 yards again. 63. I hope I remember this tomorrow. I pray that I do. Let's see here. Alright, so this, are we 63? I don't even check. My bad, I didn't even check that, so let's do this one more time. And look, I wasted more money. Whoop-de-doo. Money is gonna be hella hard to come by, and I'm refusing to use the dev mode. I use the dev mode sometimes to cheat money. It's not the best thing to do, honestly. Don't be like me. Here we gotta be very careful, like what we put. Once we get highways unlocked, we should put the barriers up for the highways. Yeah, because I think that'd be imperative. And then I kind of like this. This is like weird. I know it looks silly, but Google Map and you'll see that roads really do be looking like this sometimes. I could just plant all of these trees again, or I could just move them. Actually, no, we're just gonna, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. My OCD be OCDing sometimes. Alright, so boom. We have that as our starting. What I want to actually do, so I did this in my other city. I think I can do it in a city. Can you put a water tower? It was an artificial roundabout. It wasn't a real roundabout. That's why. Let me see something. Now, the regular water tower is 15,000. We get mad water a month. We get this. It's not a lot of water a month. And then we also have groundwater. What is our groundwater situation looking like? Because mind you, I'm only using the towers for aesthetic purposes, but if it's form and function, why not, right? Let's see here. Groundwater, water. Oh, wow. So, interesting. So our water is primarily here, which if that's the case, I can put one right there. But I'm supposed to put some expensive housing there in my head. All right. So let's just look at this real quick, Because again, guys, we do want to be functional. Noise pollution is low. It's $10,000 a month. I'm gonna be honest. I want to put these. I do want to put these. I like this is just so awesome. This is so sick. This is technically semi-cheaper and way more cost-effective. Should I go for cost or should I go for aesthetics? Think. Alright. Guys, we're going for aesthetics. Aesthetics rules this world, okay? So, can I put... No, overlapping. Wait. We have anarchy. Let's take off snapping. Guys, I don't think this is probably not a legal thing to do, but... Wait, is it not next to a road? You're next to a road. What do you mean? So what was you snapping to? Go back. What was you snapping into before? You were just gonna sit on the highway yourself? Wow. Oh, well, I said it needed a road. Interesting. Alright, so we cannot build on top of roundabouts, even though it technically is considered road access. Unless I pedestrianize these... If I pedestrianize it, then I can probably do it. Let's... Damn, but then do I have highway one-ways again? I don't. We're gonna butcher it. It's fine. One-ways, double roads. We take off trees, take off this. And then we're going to... Oh, it's a roundabout. It really can't happen. Okay, cool. So I tried something and I've reached a limitation to one part of the game. Now, so because of that, what we're going to do is still do the water towers. And because they look like Washi has one here, this is a little bit big. Unless I put it like right here and then put one right here. Which honestly won't be bad. And they add, when we get XP out the Wuzak, plus 3% entertainment. Do we get XP for this? Let me see. 175. 170. Actually, we get more XP for that. Then what about this? 150. Alright. I like the park ones better. And honestly, though a park, yeah, we're going with the park ones. Alright, cool. Damn. Sorry, French one. I'm gonna use you in a different area soon. So what we're gonna do is that we are gonna line this up a little bit. Of course, it doesn't wanna snap to the sides of the road. Oh, because let's go this way. Take that one off. All right. Yes. Sorry, I kind of just want to center this as best as I can. Though I see why it wanted me to do that initially. So I had zoning space. I don't really care. Phenomenal. So we do one there. Now, I know. Trust me, I know. We don't need 2 water towers. I'm going to put it anyway. Though that's going to cost me money. The reason being is I like that there's some symmetry here and that they are parks as well. I wanted to line this up. This would be the best way to line it up. Alright, cool. So we got that set up. So we're connected for that. And then, you know what? For electricity, we are going to go windmills. Wind speed is too low. Oh, because the wind actually blows down this way, right? Okay, so I didn't think about doing this before my last build, but let's see here. 2, 3.8, 3.85, 3.7, 3. Wait, is that a 5? Is that a 5? 4. Put one here. electric cables. We're gonna go underground because their cables are underground. Let's wrap this here. Let's wrap that there. Let's wrap that there. And then we're gonna wrap this all the way to like right about here. Yes, let's wrap that here. Reason being is because now I know where I'm gonna have one road go. Take this road. How many squares? Damn, I should have really measured this out. Actually, so I can do this. 166 yards. Alright, so this road, and we're gonna have another road like this come up this way. If I'm not mistaken, zoning cell lamp should be off, guideline should be on. Where is this one? Can I snap to this one? Sorry, I just want to make sure I lined this up correctly. Alright, there we go. Phenomenal. No, see, so that is not at a 180 though. You see how that's like, that's bogus. Now I do think that's because there's a turn happening, but let's try this one more time, guys. That was kind of bogus. This whole part was bogus, but now we have a node there, so that should be easy, right? Drag this. Now that we're at a 90, messed up on my controllers. Copy. Phenomenal. We're lined up. Alright, let's keep that as is. We're not gonna build anything too close to that though. Thank you for the 4 people watching me. I truly appreciate it. Drop a comment, say what up. Perfect. So now that we have that, we see I want one more of these big giant roads to lead this way, because if I'm not mistaken, initially all of this area here is I want to be farmland, so I'm not even against having this road kind of snake around. Actually, that's what we're gonna do. So let's just start right here before we get to that side, so I don't butcher anything else, because then I can at least make it connect. I could really just flatten this, but I don't know if y'all remember, but I did not want to continue doing that. Alright, let's hit this corner there. See if we can snake it that way. Oh, I forgot I'm using this tool. Copy, so let's try this one more time. Oh shoot, what's good, Daddy-O? Here. I'm trying, Daddy-O, I'm trying. Is it the sound for the game or is it me? Because it may be the game volume I turned down. Give me a second. Alright, let's see here. Let's audio, radio volume, master volume a little higher. Turn the radio up a tad bit. Alright. Let me know if that sounds better. Alright, where was I at again? Okay, we were right here. Perfect. So start at the 180 so we can get our curves right. No, but then here. Let's see here. If we come out a little bit more, then do that curve up. Let me see something. Yeah, because then I'm gonna smooth out the land. All right, cool. So we already know when we start our farms where we're gonna be at. Let's keep that vibe. Though, is that? Let me see something. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because the terrain does dip here. That's fine. All right. So boom. Now that we know this road is gonna eventually connect to this road around here, that's pretty chill. I think I'm actually going to come in from here at a 90. Let's do one of these curves again because I want to follow the terrain. Let me see something. Damn, I think I overshot this by a little bit. So let's delete this portion of that part of the road. And what we're going to do is now take this back again, come around this way, at a 90. At a 90 again. No, we're gonna do this. Ha 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 ha. It's not that good. It's not that good. Alright, let me see. Take this node away. Sorry, I know. We're gonna get building, I promise. This is all part of the madness. Alright, cool. So perfect. Now with that being the case, we'll take a regular road. It can have grass on it. Honestly, it's alright. Technically it shouldn't be any road if you're shooting out here, but an alleyway. But I do want to add factories here eventually, so let's go this way. And then see this and this. We need to get these connected some way. If I'm not mistaken, I think you use the emergency battery station. So one, we will have electricity to our place anyhow, so let's actually add that first. So our electrical network should be expanded. This road connects to that road, connects to that road, connects to these roads. Phenomenal. But what I also want to do is we will want to export this electricity if we can. So then we'll take this bad boy. I want to see the unit though. So why is it? Oh, it is wildin'. Okay. Oh, I don't have it snapped to roads. Silly me. We leveled up. I'm actually pretty excited about that. Let's look at the progression panel. Ooh, we get a pub. Oh, let's go. I forgot. I have all the packs. So technically, once we unlock them, we can have a lot of fun in making little like separate blocks and little mini districts or just districts of each pack that got released. It's the UK, the French, the German, the Japanese. I think next week the American pack is going to get released, so that'll be fire. And then we also have these other modern architecture and these other DLCs that just came out. It's going to be fire. I'm excited. So we have map tiles. We don't need to worry about that. We need to worry about this because this will let us know what's happening in our city. We have my favorite assets. These two are technically my favorite. These are fire, but they are very, very bright. You'll see. I haven't really paid attention to any of these. I heard there's a bug in them. We'll see. This is from the homie. This is actually really good. This is why I needed the mixed road. I'm from New York, so we don't have like just standalone stores all the time. You know what I'm saying? We have like stores that are like the first level of an apartment building, and then you walk up the apartment building to get to the rest of the apartments. So I needed these. I needed these a lot. We're not gonna worry too much about that, though. I would like to add. I kind of like what that did there. That's interesting. We kind of do have beachfront property if you want to consider this that. And honestly, we can play around and have housing all throughout this little thing here. I have an idea that I used before, and I think we should go for it. Though my other idea is also to play around with the path. There's this gravel path, this right here, pedestrian street. This is pretty fire. Only pedestrians can go on it. I just wasted money. It's cool. We're broke. We're gonna get broke. This is pretty sick. I usually like to put that. We may just end up putting that instead, but bear with me. We'll think about it because it is pretty gigantic. There is other assets that now that I am level 1, I have road builder that I can actually make, so I can make those walls much cleaner. Like this, instead of being so gigantic, could be much thinner. We'll look into that right when we get down there. Yeah, this is the pedestrian path now. Yeah, we'll look into that. But for right now, we're gonna be worried centrally on these areas here. So let's continue. We are set up for electricity. We have water. We need one more thing, and that is to export our waste. So you'll go here, and we're gonna look for this sewage outlet. And the reason I kind of love this board is you just hide this right over here. So we're just gonna put it here. It doesn't need a road. It just needs to connect to the pipe. So grab the pipe, grab that. We're gonna go all the way over here, right into the system. But then I'm also gonna feed it into this system here because I should never change this. Sometimes if you change a road, that one connection to that one road is the exception of the network to your whole city, and that's not really good. You shouldn't be relying on that. Also, let's delete Washington Street. We don't need that. Let's build out here more. Like, I want to touch that side, but I really think we should get this popping. Oh, and then I do want the choo-choo train. So yeah, I want my train. I don't care. We get my train station. We're gonna go so broke because of this, but I promise you it'll be worth it. Let's put the asset first, because then I may have to bend the road or do some shenanigans for it. We go to this guy. Go to train. Oh, do I have Tygon stuff? Yes, I do. Oh my. Thank God I put every mod I could in this. Meaning we probably won't ever have this city after like a month because things be happening. Rail yard, we need that. Kinda need that, but kinda don't need that. We'll see what it says. But for right now, I need a station. Where are my stations? Medium train station, cargo rail station. Small train station. Nah, I want like you saw in the last map, a more grander station. Yes, no, that's the rail yard. Wait, I can't get none of these. Grand Village. Okay. I'm so confused. I don't know where the train stations are. I can look for one, honestly. It's not like I can't find it. Overground station. Oh, there we go. So technically I can't get this one. Can't get this one. This is a behemoth, but yeah, it's not. Actually, here, let me just show you guys. And again, I don't want to do it this way, so we're just doing this to show. So this is the central station. This is fire, bro. And again, we can do it. It's not like I can't cheat the system or the game for it. But I honestly just don't want to do that. And honestly, we can just put it right here on some shit. Like, I don't want a giant asset on the board like that. But even something like this, that would have been fire, bro. Or even like having it on this side here and then having the tracks just bypass through there and then having an off-road come there. We have options though, guys. We have tons of options. And as you can see, it auto connects to the tracks. But they're really dope train stations. The French one is pretty chill, you know. And mind you, we're not supposed to even have train stations right now. I'm using historical start. So I could use any train station, but I really don't want to violate like that. There was one more station. Yeah, alright. Oh, this is that. No, cool. It's all good. So let's not touch that. We're just gonna go and use the other station that we have. Let's go back to it. And I wanted the big one because this is technically our big part of the city. Let me see something here. Like, this is supposed to be the main city, so if I wanted that to be here, I could have it come down like that. My bad, y'all. Let me see something. Or this can be the middle track. Or it can be the first track, right? Yeah, but I want it to come up right about here. So what we're gonna do is delete that. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Promise you. We're gonna smooth out the ground because I didn't even think. I looked at the terrain, but I didn't pay attention. And remember, guys, terrain is very, very important. But being that the terrain is already kind of like, I kind of already had messed with the terrain a little bit. Let's keep this as is. I want to keep some of these swerves. Like, just imagine a little S curl street right there, and then having that train track come right across there. That's gonna be fire, I promise you. So we're actually gonna put the train. Oh, thank you so much, Dario. Appreciate that. What we're going to do is keep the train like right here at this. I think right here will be fine. Because I wanted to play off this curve. Yeah, we're gonna keep the train right here. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. That track, it's not gonna be parallel too much, but we're gonna keep that there. So you see how this road right here is doing this thing? This little curve? I'm gonna do a little curve like that as well. Because I believe that I need to have the road encompass those. It needs to be a road here, but the most important part needs to be here as well. So what I'm going to do is take this road. Can I? Let me see something. If it's to this point and then here, does that look good? No. Just about. It lines up to there. How many degrees? That's 4 tiles back. 4 tiles back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. This is right about there. Give me a second. Let me see. Probably from here to there. Let's go. Just about there. Grab that there. Alright. I'm not mad at this. Perfect. Complex curve. Is this dangerous? Yeah, that doesn't look... it's not. Do y'all know any roads like this in real life? I'm not entirely too sure. But, and mind you, it should be one way. No, it can be this way. Okay, cool. No way. Why did you crash on me? You had one job. Bear with me and my technical difficulties. I, gosh, bro. One job, City Skylines. One job. Alright. So let's just hope this works again. Sorry about that. But this kind of happens sometimes. Damn, maybe I do need an i7. Please load for me. Please. You got this game. It's supposedly booting up, so let's see what ends up happening. Damn, Dario. Alright, we staying on until 11 then. Alright, so loading, 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 loading. Oh, I forgot to do the monitor for the CPU usage. I think that's what happened. So this is something that happens in this game. But damn, it happened in the stream and I was in a zone. I was really, really in a zone. Luckily, I had autosave, so it may have saved from right before I did the train station. I hope. Like, I truly, truly hope. The loading is just, I promise you, the loading is a lot. But it's so worth it once you get in there. Oh, come on. You have one job. You can do this. Uh, Alright, so we're almost back. We're now in the loading phase again after our unfortunate demise. Yes, and let's see here. Alright, now we just gotta wait for this long, not too long actually. This went by faster than before. Let me keep my mouth quiet before something happens. You know, we don't want to be on the bad luck of the game. Also, what you're seeing in the background is other people's cities that were built. I believe it's called Hall of Fame, and you can like give likes and stuff. So the goal is to build the city to get up here and to get mad likes. And look, only 20k people? That's crazy, but it's a megalopolis. Interesting. It's a really beautiful city too. Unfortunately, I can't scroll on it. This is just an image. But yeah, that's a pretty fly city. And I like that it's mostly medium density, at least in this part. It's not, except for this one building with the little green leaves and stuff on it. That's pretty fire. Alright, so it seems like we have action. Please, please, please autosave. We have autosave. Thank you, bejesus. But we're also about to go broke. Now they want to. Alright. So anytime it does something like this, I am one to not believe it to work out properly. Just FYI. So what we're going to do right now, you see it's kind of populating. Let's check out mods. Make sure we're good. We got the city planner plays in the background. We got the vibes going. Alright, I just gotta check the mods and then we're all good to go. 5-9 tiles, anarchy, phenomenal, yes. District namer, okay, so we're all good. Usually when those are good, then I know we're alright. That's the Hall of Fame thing. The only other thing I can say is tree controller. Yin Yang's is there, phenomenal, German pack. Alright, so we unfortunately, not unfortunately, we are fortunately in a good place. So let's actually go for this vibe. Let's continue on. So we're gonna resume this game. We're not gonna unpause it though, because again, we're doing this road setup real quick. And then honestly, let me see something. Can I just curve this instead? Is that much better than having that? That looks much cleaner, right? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. See, I go overboard sometimes. Okay, we need, no, not that. This. Remind me in the future, there's a zoning thing we have to take off when we build roads, because then it messes up the streets and things. I think snap to the zone grid, snap to zoning, snap. It may be both of them, but I'm not too sure for right now. But let's continue this. That actually doesn't look good. You see how that looks? We don't like that. That's much better, but let's keep it at a 90. That really looks horrible. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna keep it at that. I can probably fix this with move it, but honestly, how much did I mess up this road? Let's not mess with it even more. Yeah, I messed it up. You know what? Let's try this one more time. I know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have it. Perfect. Let's use the guidelines. We're gonna go up 61 yards. 52. We're gonna be at 90 and 90 yards. Okay. Snap to this guideline. What was that? 62? I don't think anybody remembered. 62. Oh. Let's try this one more time, but we have our connector, so honestly, we can just do it straight. Let's just do it straight. Let's not even turn. Start it from right here. 180. No, let's try this one more time. Maybe I do have the start at this end. No. It kind of takes a little dip. Why does it do that? Oh man. Guys, don't be like me. Get way better skills. Curve. Take this. still not the way I imagined it. It's really this side that gets to me, bro. And it is. So obviously, don't let perfect be the enemy of good, but my Jesus. I brought this way up too high. That's probably what that was. And this row goes down to, yeah. No, we're gonna do this. I'm going to do this. So what I'm doing there is adding a node, taking a street, because it messed up when it got around here. You know what? Let's keep that there. Yeah. Let's take this off. Then again, at the end of the day, what's really, really important. You know what? No, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. That is a lot of money we wasted. It is okay. It's just moolah. This. Just to this, yes. Then we'll take the complex curve. Take it to 48 yards. Take it 96 yards. Double tap. Complex curve, take it to 48 yards. Take it down to 90. What is that? 96? No, can I get a 96? Oh, because the street just turns that way. Alright. It's not my finest work, honestly. Thank you so much, Dario. You already know the vibes. Alright. So, alright, bet. That's how I want it. Only because what we're going to do right now is take some of these trees out. Make sure we always clear out canvas. I used to build with the trees in the middle, and no wonder my games, my first couple of maps was horrid. Alright, so fire. Boom. Erase those. What we're gonna do is take an alley road. One of these small ones. We could have did a Japanese one-way. Honestly, I do like the Japanese one-way. I don't, cause yeah, by train, it's dope. But we're gonna use the alleyways. If anything, do I have narrow, no parking? What roads do we have? 2-lane with parking. Because I made a couple of stuff back in the days. 1-lane, 2-lane. Yeah, honestly. And you know what? This is what we're gonna do. Pedestrian Boulevard. I actually think are these gigantic? I think a pedestrian road is the way to go, but I do think this needs car drop off and stuff as well. But I kind of don't care. I really don't care. So wait, I want to do. Oh, did I not mess that up, or did I mess that up? Let's see. Oh, it definitely needs a car. Okay, you're corny. You're very, 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 very corny for that. Alright, so what we're gonna do, let's just play it safe, guys. One lane, two lane, one way. That would have been fire. Honestly, having that pedestrian road there, that would have been fire. Let's do replace. We need to get a better road. Let's go to road builder. Let's see if we can find a road. Search. Let's go to manage discover. Let's go 15 kph. Then let's go into discover. 15 kph. So let's go two-way diagonal parking. Alright, so I don't know what was wrong with the way I wrote that, but cool. No parking, grass, no sidewalk, with 5 median parking. We want parking, guys. If I just type in two-way, parking. No, it's not giving me nothing with that. Bus stop, two-way street. Honestly, we're just gonna create our own then. So what we're gonna do is road builder, click use a template, place more, edit all instances. So over here, this is how we take care of this. That's parking, that's that. We're gonna add one more of these. No, can you go back? Edit all instances. Let's take a car. Let's put it right here. Let's put this direction this way. Alright. So then we should be good. Yeah, we'll have trees there too. Oh, but they didn't probably. No, that looks way better that way. Delete road, use as template. Alright. Alright, phenomenal. So guys, I still don't know why this is doing that. Okay, cool. We know why this is doing that, don't worry. So now what we are going to do is take the choo-choos. We're going to take the track. What's that, a double track? Fire. So let's go down to trains, double track, the regular double track. I like Tygon stuff, but my god, it's everywhere. Same direction. No, we don't want one way. It's supposed to be two-way, right? take this one, just right there. Very nice, very nice. Look at that, really clean. We'll start a train route, passenger rail, take one of these. We'll take all the way over here. And then we'll take that all the way. So we have, we should have one train line. Let's go. Can't even touch the train lines yet, but it should be one train line here. Phenomenal. Can I view the details? I think I can. Ticket price, we'll keep ticket prices $2. We'll say we don't even have a name, so we'll just go train one. No, ooh, SC. Yes. So we'll keep that there, and then this is, I see Thornton as being the main strip for everything. So what we're gonna do is rename that to the first comment for today. So this will be SC Avenue, right? And then because it is nearing that time, we are now then, let's see who else was here. Sniff. Alright, so you will have this main street right here, and Sniff, Boulevard, yeah, boulevards are probably bigger, and then this is El Dizul Avenue. Alright, so we now got some of our first viewers' names in for the streets. This is a vibe. Let's go. So we have this, we have that. I think we're off the start now. I think we are off the start. I think I've did all that I needed to do, so oh my god, I'm actually proud of myself. All right, so what we're going to do is we checked everything. We don't kind of need to worry about any of these two just yet because the game just started. We don't have citizens. Let's hit play. Alright, we have a demand meter. Let's add in some low density housing right about here. So just add a little bit right here, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna add anything on this side at all, guys. This is the entrance to the city. If anything, we'll probably just do like a little walkway. But yeah, we're not adding anything there. So add some more housing there. And then here, this is where the zoning gets a little funky. Let's see, we can use our favorite trick. This, phenomenal. So that fixes that. If it didn't fix, I would have just probably plotted. And then let's make sure we add that there as well. And then of course I was gonna do that. Okay, cool. Which is fine. Which is fine. You know, because again, we're gonna play with the game as well. I'm not just gonna brute force my way being an anarchy goblin, you know? We don't want that. We don't have road routes just yet. Anyway, this would be a funky intersection. We will fix that. Let's continue to add some more housing, and then now that we've started our little pathway thing, let's actually continue with that. We're gonna take out that, we're gonna take out that because this messes with us. Actually, that's probably why that actually ended up happening over here. side to the build. So let's not do side to the build. Thank you. That's all I wanted. Thank you. So phenomenal. That looks much, much cleaner. You see, we are going for clean. And then over here, again, let me put a house here. We can put a bigger house right there. That's fine. I thought I added a house here. Let's do that, please. We can add a house here. And then again, houses back here. We want people to move in. So this is what we're going for. This. This. Now you're wondering what we're gonna do with the row housing. Remember, I said the row housing is actually my vibe. You'll see, but let's just get some this in here. And then you know what? I feel like we're missing an opportunity for a nice little walkway. So we're gonna take that out. We're gonna take that. And we're gonna take that again. Let's see what happens. Alright, cool. Now let's add some commercial actually. Because people are gonna need places to work. Let's go low density business. Yeah, that's fine. It can be right here in this corner. Oh, my other packs did not. Did mine down? I thought the French pack was here. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, there's no other commercial that's low density besides European. Okay, it makes sense. All right. So we're actually gonna mix the Japanese ones with the American ones. I don't know how the British ones come out. We gotta try a British one, but yeah, honestly, why not? Let's try a British one. Let's go 2x2 for these. And then, oh, this is low commercial fudgeables. We don't want to use those just yet. We are going to use those sometime soon. Let's have different varied shapes here. So we started our commercial right there. Now, this is where we get into my favorite area. Let's go. So put these right here. Now, I usually leave way more room for parking, but I'm going for more of a condensed vibe, and you'll see how we solve the parking problem. Alright, we're gonna go for that, we're gonna go for that, Alright, so a lot of our density is going to ride close to where the commercial areas are at. It makes sense, provides customers, provides jobs. We're using the American in the back and the French, the European in the front. Though I think when the Americans level up, it is a really, really nice house. So we're going to miss out on that a little bit. And then we can add a pathway back here, so that's fine. I usually would have. You know what? No, let's go 2, because this is where we're going to add some parking. You'll see. Alright, so we're good on that. Now. I still want this to be my industrial area. I don't know though. We gotta talk about that soon. For right now, for industrial, because we do need some of that. A lot of the wind is blowing around this way, and this road is going to be important for the industrial stuff. So we could kind of sneak a lot of our assets there. There are currently no available. Consider more depots. I knew they were going to do this. Which, you know what, that's fine. Actually, because we're densifying all of this then. Phenomenal. See, I was gonna get this some way somehow. Let's make sure this is flattened because we're about to actually go and build the depot right now. But we're gonna use one of the medium depots. So is this? We're all flat. Let's see here. I don't want to mess around too much with the terrain. Can I? Trying to keep some realism here, so I don't really want to mess around too much. But I think we should find every little nook and cranny we can to fit things in. Alright, so let's clear out the trees real quick because the trees are messing up the vibe. I definitely need to see what we're doing. Let's put up this brush strength a little bit. So again, this is all going to be farmland. I could put the depot here and then the farm. Is it? I thought it was supposed to. Thank you. Let me see how this area is. Alright. So, this is what we've cleared away so far. And again, I think I end up trenching this in the future, so but we're not gonna do that on this one. I think I want an exposed train line, like above ground. So let's keep this here. Let's smooth this out a little bit more. Alright. And then, let me see. How are these things looking here? We're losing money. Eesh. This is gigantic. This is much. Oh, this is much smaller. We like this. Yeah. Alright, so this is gonna sit right about here. Right there. Perfect. And then what we're gonna do is our same old, same old. Let's go to our alleyway. This time we're gonna use an alleyway because this is like a regular building. This is not to be thought of anything OD special. So, like it's special obviously, but not like that. You know what's crazy? We're gonna keep this here for right now. Oh fuck. I did not mean to do that part. Let me next time use that straight line. Let's go. Alright, so we'll drop that right about there. Phenomenal. So we're gonna use this as parking for this area, which will also provide when we start the farms because we're gonna actually need to start it soon. So let's get this popping. Let's connect this up first. We have to meet these demands, and I'm kind of slipping, and we're losing money fast. And I kind of don't want to pause it because then that's kind of like cheating. I want to play while it's going. So we just got to be faster. Well, I got to be fast. It's not a weak thing. One way, two way, one way, one ways. I need one way, one ways. Back and forth ways. Phenomenal. That's a nice connection. Honestly, let's add one more connection from this one here. Right about here. Phenomenal. We like these. This is the way. This is city up and popping right about now. So we have the depots. Is this not considered a depot? Oh, I can hire 20 people. This is dope. Actually, let's do a pass through as well. I forgot one thing. Let's go here. Okay, look, we got the trains coming out, yo. We got the trains coming out. All right. Every guy likes trains. Don't let them fool you. All right. That went a little wonky bonky, but that's fine. All right. There's there. That's there. Trains are coming in. We solved the train problem. Let's make money problem. Damn, we got people wanting to move in. OD. Alright, so this is the way the European joints look. They're not that bad. The American ones are over here. They're chill. Let's add all throughout here we're gonna make like low residential. All throughout here we're gonna make high density. That's like my vibe, I think, going forward. Hold me to that if anything, but if not, then it is what it is. I think we can do a little Japanese enclave right here, right? Let's see how this looks. Alright, so that's gonna be there. Let's continue to add more housing though. Though it seems we need more medium density row housing. We can do, what's this? The semi-detached. We can do that on the other side. Let's continue to do our blocks like this. And then if anything, let's get some of these here. And then again, we're gonna fix all of this. I know this is kind of weird. The way they gave us the zoning is not pretty ideal. But this is where we'll end up using MoveIt and we'll end up freestyling it our way. And honestly, if anything, I think more houses along here would be much better. Keeping these row houses here will be fine, but semi-detached housing is where it's at. Did I get corner rows unlocked? Let's see. It should have been corner rows. Yes, there we go. Alright. And then let's not also forget. Am I forgetting residential zones? Ha! We do have the mixed zones with the stores at the bottom for the Americans and the European pack. So we're gonna throw that right about here. Right here, we're gonna make this a pathway. And we're gonna plop those there. Let's eat that commercial demand. Let's eat that commercial demand. Let's go. So we've eaten the demand of citizens in the city. The train is doing what the train is doing. We may fix this road a little bit sooner. It is a little bit OD. I kind of got wild there. What I need to look for is natural resources. So this is all can be rock quarries that the farm has to be over there, which is fine actually. I'm not against the rock quarry being kind of sort of, because there's going to be residential on the other side, but let's grab this road and continuation. Wait a second. How is our terrain looking? this is what we're about to do. Let's first things first. Right, that's fine. So we want to keep some of the natural land. And honestly, this already lets me know that I'm supposed to start digging and mining in this area here. So this is actually pretty phenomenal. We like that. Let's take this road. Let's, just again, we need to curve. So this is where I like to be using these gravel roads, and what I do is usually just shoot them out. Sometimes I'll do some special stuff with them. It really depends. Let's see here. Maybe we'll do a diagonal here. Put a little roundy on top of that. Put a little tree. Right? Now, you see all of these trees? That's going to be industry. Lumber. And I think coming over here so people can see the lumber yard with the train will be pretty fire. Coming right about here. And then again, not too close to the train. Let's see something here. If anything, we hit this key right here. Allows us to move our nodes. That's at a 90. You know what? Keep that. That's. Oh no! What the fudgicles? Keep that at a 90. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually pretty fine. Alright, cool. That's fine. So we have that. And then what we'll do here, we'll use one of these roads. And then again, let's not connect totally through. Yeah, it's right there. It's the center. Let's put these joints on right here. Pretty straight so far. Alright, so we see the terrain is a little funky over there. So we got to be pretty careful of that. If anything, I will start removing some more trees. Vegetation. Make sure we're not snap. Clear out some more of these trees. Because now what you're going to start seeing is me plot the farmland. And then I actually like this layered terrace look because we can probably do that with the farmland. Though I think farmland should always be on flatlands. I don't know. I'm probably making that shit up. That's wonky. Like, why? Take this one. Yeah. I'm not sure what. It was probably really a height map based off of something, but my gosh. Looks much more natural. Obviously, we've cleared out a piece of that, but that's been my should be farm, forest, farm. I think that's actually the best vibe for that. And the farms are going to be inside, and it's going to be on the outside. So we're going to start with the farms on the inside first. And what we're going to do is specialize farm tool. We're going to forestry. We're going to grain. Grain is like super, super important if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that works out beautifully. All right. So we have that there. We have that there. Level terrain, shift terrain, small. Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna touch too much of that over here. I think a little village right here would be pretty chill. And the British towns British joints may work out beautiful for that. We need carrots as well, so let's get some carrots. farms are done, forestry is added. We should we start digging for the quarry right now, or should I hold off on that? And then, if anything, where was the dig supposed to take place? Probably around here, or was it? Because I think, yeah, it was here. Yeah. Yep, this is where I'm supposed to start to dig. If anything, no, we could bring out one more road just for regular rocks, because then that'll probably help with the building stuff. Right, and then rocks can take all of this, and that'd be cool because it's next to the train station. I don't mind having an industrial spot right about there. Stop that right there, put that right there, that's cool. This is just going to be a basic road layout, and this is primarily for the industry, which I kind of don't really want a lot of fossil fuel burning industry, but do I have a choice? We're losing 6,000, basically 6,000. Phenomenal. So let's actually start zoning more of these. I forgot all about this farming zone stuff too. I forgot. I gotta see how that works again. Let's put one big joint here. That. Like that. Can we get something like that? Let's start out with, damn, the demand. We'll see if the demand kind of creeps down. And then let's put our rock quarry like right off of I don't want the tracks to get away. Yeah, the rock quarry can be on the side there, that's fine. What are we looking for again? Perfect. Specialized industry. We're going to do stone mining because this can be placed anywhere to produce stone. Doesn't necessarily have to be placed in like a quarry area. And this can be an above ground stone joint. Yeah, it could be above ground. Oh, it's this way. I gotta remember that, guys. So let's go 180. 890 again, please. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, that's pretty chill. Yeah, that's pretty chill. We'll see what happens there, but I'm not mad with the industry being in this area. That seems to go down a little bit. We're still losing like 6,000. Let's add some more housing. These Japanese plots look half built, but it's fine. Oh, that's actually pretty chill. Okay, cool. I don't know why that keeps showing up. Low density housing. Yeah, nah, because I don't want to add anything on that corner right there. It's bad enough that they're right next to a highway. Phenomenal. Perfect. That kind of broke up really even. I was not expecting that. Let's go for some more housing. And Japanese housing. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Let's go back to medium density. Actually, and we're gonna pull this road right there. No, stop. mess around with the back areas here tomorrow. Let's continue adding our medium American density, and that's here. So a lot of demand for that right now. So we gotta hit that vibe. Let's go for this. Try to match that demand. That looks cool. Let's actually put some of the let's put some of this version right about here. Can I get a corner piece? Yes. So then wait, I want a corner piece here too. Sorry guys. Now I even have a no, stop. Alright. That's not fair, but you know what, let's not fight it too much. I could just replace it in the future. Right there, right there, right there. Phenomenal. Though, let's keep this open. I think we'll run pathways like that through here. That way, this is a long block. They could cross in the middle too. Also, let's screenshot this block for the Dadios. I think I did that correctly. I'll be forgetting this thing. Alright, anyways. Yeah, this is coming out pretty aight so far. And then we have more commercial demand. Let's add some more commercial demand right along here. The way this American one and the way this Japanese one came out to, oh, that's a Dunder Mifflin, but in Japan? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, alright, cool, we beat that. Alright, also, before I forget, let's bring in this block a little bit more. This one here. Just bring it out all the way here. We'll figure out what we want to do with it, because I can actually see myself having this turn into like a regular street and snaking around this way, and then having something in a hill. And then again, I wanted to play with the terrain a lot too, so that would be pretty fire. We'll look into it though. We'll look into it. Right now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Alright, so that's there, this is there. They still have the demand for it, so you just gotta make them go for broke. Let's try it on this side though. And if anything, let's... Can I get a corner? Thank you. It's a signature building, right? I don't know why those are automatically unlocked, but what I'm looking for is that pub. Is the pub on the commercial? That's the roadhouse. Oh, so all of those are already unlocked. I want... No, let's get like a nice corner pub. Because I think every neighborhood needs to have a pub. Am I bugging or is this asset not alive? Oh my god. Why do I have a feeling that the UK stuff is bugged? Alright. Heath Pub. Please, if I plot this down, please just work. Do anybody know what's going on with these assets? Alright. Let's even that out. We can come off this side. No. Right about there. That's not. Oh, wait. No, what? Bro, what's going on with the UK assets, y'all? Let's keep it here for the time being, but that's kind of shitty. Let's add some more regular housing here. Damn, somebody's D. We're about to get another level though, so what I actually need to do for this other level. Let me see here. How would I want this road to look? Yeah, that works out. That works out. Just chop these blocks up a little bit more. Little lanes and stuff like that. It'll give it more of a suburban feel. And then once we vibe out with all of the assets that we need, like trees and things. Let's do small house here, small house here. Small house there, small house there. 3 house there, and then we're gonna do density over there. Let's see if we connect this. Connect. Let's see how phenomenal. We'll keep that. And then this. Let's go with the fusion of the Japanese pieces right about here because I like the way that looks. Alright. So we have all of this building. Let's fast forward this real quick. Just to see how that looks. We have water running. Our budget is still atrocious. Oh, do they need? Oh no, education. They do need to. Let's see what's going on. Service upkeeps are ridiculous. How are we on taxation? How fast is that gonna go down? Alright, that can stay there. That's phenomenal. Commercial, we have no commercial. That's fine. Residential, since I wanna. I will put it to 14. Do not play with me. Are you not gonna go down? I Alright, so the taxes for the residential people are 14%. Actually, let's go look at our median density. And we got a level, boom. So actually, we're gonna stop there. We got level 2, we built some out of the city. We've only missed 2 things, but honestly, those 2 things cost money and we ain't breaking profit yet. So before I bounce, let's look at the progression panel and then let's take a tour of the city. Bro, this is so fire. This reminds me of Hotel Panache. I have to actually find that exact building and whether I have a picture of it or not. But cool, let's go over there. So we get medium density housing. That's gonna be fire. Because again, I want all of this to be more densified in this area around here. Additional teaching buildings. So cool. We got elementary schools. All the students need educations. This would be cute. Okay, great. Expansion points don't matter. So, alright. So everybody here, thank you. I'm about to bounce, but before I do that, let me slow this down a little bit. All of our stuff built. I'm on Valkyria. Picture, you see that the picture's from this angle here, which is actually pretty fire. Sorry, it's fog. It's pretty fire, but the starting area they give you is over here, and I'm not actually mad at it. This would be my second time building on this map. Coming off here with this roundabout, we have a fake bootleg diamond interchange that I made, which now that I'm higher level, which let's actually do the road tools now, because those are more important for me. Yes, we need that. That's very, very important. Not too worried about this, but we'll unlock some more stuff tomorrow. Basically, this is here so that people can go to this side of town, that side of town. People from this side of town can go to that side of town or that side of town. I understand why they're doing all of that, but dang, I gotta add more parking. So what I want to start out with is when you come through towns, some of the streets are gonna be named after people. So like, this is for a homie who came through earlier. This was for the first comment of today. I see there's like 4 people watching, so if you want to leave a like, leave a comment. If you leave a comment, I'll name a street after you. SC Avenue, if you come in from the entrance of the town, we have our train station. It's the vanilla asset. I like it a lot. It's not that bad, and we can play and mess around with certain things. I added a street right here with parking using a road builder, so that way people come off, get dropped off. There's parking here, but I expect this area to be semi busy, especially as we continue to densify all of this area here, because I want the density of the town to be located within here, and then on the outskirts here, low density water, the beach properties pack, and then along this edge here, this will all be our suburbia along the highway, unfortunately, but that's how it is on Long Island. They deal with it, we can deal with it. Coming through, we will go down here. That's the train station. Train tracks already connected. This road doesn't lead to anywhere yet, and we have a bumpy. Don't ignore that for right now. Coming over here on El Dizzle Avenue, going to Underhill Street, we have our transformer station hooked up to electricity, but our electricity should be coming from the wind turbines. Let's actually double check this. Efficiency, transformer capacity, usage 12%. Alright, perfect. So that's fine. That's doing what it's doing. Taking this road around here, we can take Applegate Lane, and we have our train depot thanks to Tygon. The train yard is just mad brolic. It's, I think, too brolic. I really like this a lot. This is really sick, and I already had a train track here, so it kind of fits in perfectly, and that kind of convinced me to do my industrial area on this side. When I first did this map, my industrial area was around here, then I pushed it to like around here, and now that I think about it, I'm not sure how pleased I am about that, but I'll go back to that soon. From our industrial area, I have a couple of factories. We haven't really detailed anything today, so we'll just leave that as is. I increased taxes, so this went down a little bit, which is to me pretty good. I actually needed that to go down. And then we have our ore farm. This is producing rock. We'll need that. It's a 99% efficiency. I kind of don't know why. And then all of this open area here is to add more industrial stuff. I think having an industry next to the train depot works out really well. We have a forest industry right over here to chop down the trees and whatnot. And then taking this main boulevard now comes to a regular two-way street, and then to some gravel roads. And off the gravel roads is where I have my farms. These farms are kind of on a hill. I think that's not super realistic, but I also think it is from when I was in Brazil. We'll have to see. Sometimes you grow certain crops at the bottom that's different from the top because of the water runoff. These crops need more water, but don't take that with too much faith because I haven't dealt with that in a minute. I don't know what this is about. I will end up fixing this, don't worry about that. And that's mainly about it. We have our industry area, we have our trains, and then we have our water towers, which are the Washi 76 water tower packs, which are basically parks. So they've given us our first parks in the town. I'm actually pretty satisfied that this is a gas station. My gosh, where are you guys walking from? Oh, I hope y'all was walking from the park. It seems that y'all are walking from work or the train station. Okay, I don't know. There's a bunch of people walking. We're gonna ignore them for right now. Cool, where are you going? Wait, actually, come here. I really wish education. Shut up. You'll get education tomorrow. Where are you going? You're poor. Occupation none. You live. Moving in. Okay. So these people are moving in without a car. I've seen some crazy things in the game. Let me see. It's like the Night of the Walking Dead. Poor, unemployed, educated, Marquette family moving in. All of these people are moving in? Why are y'all not moving in with cars? Y'all are poor and y'all moving in here. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Oh, and I'm so happy we got a diner in the corner. So ignoring the zombies that we have. Look, it's the zombies. You're poor, but you have a dog. Oh, you at least... Oh, workplace at the train station. Okay, you're gonna get money soon. What about you, dude? Unemployed, you're going to Magnolia Lane. Alright, so unfortunately, we're going to have to figure out how this happened today, but we'll leave that for tomorrow. Over here... Oh, shoot, I'm gonna be honest, I actually did not mean to put these here. I thought these despawned. So I'm gonna keep it here, but what I really wanted this to be was a main avenue for like commercial stuff. Having very low like open air commercial wasn't my idea, but I think I can actually make it work. If I can bring a road here, bring this road right about here, and then to here, I can add another two very low commercial, and then that'll work out pretty well. That'll make it look a little bit more cohesive. You got our pub is good. Look at that. It's not glitching no more. Yay, we got the heath. So we got a heath right here just chilling. Some well-being, some attractiveness. And we got 1% less of an import cost. We like that. Over here, there is medium row buildings. Then we got some mixed row buildings thanks to Washi 76's his mods. I like these a lot. I like the different stuff. There's no repeat of stuff. This is really sick. This looks super realistic. Honestly, this is becoming my favorite. This is my fave right now. This is sick. This is sick. Okay, and then all of the businesses being different to some way or another is pretty fire. Except what is going on with this building? Oh, I guess this is like a corner alley pub. This is weird. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll keep it. And then this area hasn't been dictated yet. We have no commercial demand, so that's kind of sucky, but we'll get that back tomorrow as we just established some farms, we established some rock quarry, and some logging, so we're all good. Once these get populated, this is gonna look really, really dope. This corner building already looks sick. I like this a lot. Thank you, Washi76, for the corner buildings. That's fire. And then these need to get populated as well. So this is our main boulevard, our main strip. This will come from this area here all the way out to here. And then maybe I will have this curve around this way, because there's going to be a road that curves around this way as well. And yeah, we'll figure it out. But for right now, that's the vibe I'm going for. And then we have more of the row housing. I really like row housing. This is my bag. I stay with the row housing, so you'll see a lot of these happen, especially when they level up or when I start plopping. I still want to keep it like real. I don't want to be just plopping everything out of nowhere. Let's build following the game mechanics. Let's hope we don't lose money, but yeah, the way we're losing money, we're losing money. I may have, oh, that's why we're losing money. I'm gonna go through this. I'll fix it tomorrow. We'll take the L for right now. But basically, I have North American low residential. I like when these level up, so I'm pretty excited. Though they do kind of look pretty trailer parky for the time being. This is that. What do they call these houses? Houses on slats or stilts? I can't remember, but they're like starter homes for a lot of people. I knew a lot of people in North Carolina, like in Red Springs, that have a bunch of these type of houses. It's like a double wide trailer, to be honest with you. But you know, we gotta make it somewhere. These are kind of the same way. Yeah, you can see the little gray foundations. It's cute though. I do think we will recolor this tomorrow, so like each block will have their own colors, and I think that'd be super important for each block to have their own colors. And it'll give it some more liveliness, especially over here where the buildings all look different. Like, yeah, you see this, but it's on the main strip. Nah, most of these should be the same. Oh, let's go level up powers. But yeah, we have that. Bro, you'll be fine. And then I put some of the Japanese homes here. I really like this. They're like small, quaint. They're really nice. The yards built in pretty chill. So we'll be mixing all of the stuff there. Oh my god. The fountains work? The fountains work. This, no way. I'm gonna open a monster for that. This was the best way to end this. Oh my god. The fountains are phenomenal. Oh my god. I'm so happy I put the fountains there. Alright, so they need health coverage, taxes are too high, and they don't have a school. That is the missions for tomorrow. We are gonna fix the taxes, we're gonna fix healthcare, and we're gonna fix education. For right now, I'm extremely happy that this fountain shoots up water, even though it looks a little glitchy. Let's ignore that. Oh, my heart is full now. Anyhow, all of this will be fixed tomorrow. This was a wonderful, wonderful time. Do come through tomorrow. I need help with a name for the city, so let's get that on and poppin'. I am saving, and we will stream city. Volume 1. You do it like a mixtape, yeah. So we'll keep that there. That's local. And on that note, I thank everybody for tuning in. I'm about to escape. Come back tomorrow. Please subscribe.